Well, hey, welcome back. Great Grub Beebs. This is Eric Scott and Vince Jones. And yeah,
What's up, guys?
we're in Columbus, Ohio at the R Bar.
R bar. You gotta stress that R.
Got the copper top, running full blast.
You can't see it, but there's a
Oh, yeah,
airplane made out of Stroh's cans up here. It's very classy,
Can't see it
classy
over here.
stuff.
You gotta get that shot.
There you go.
Yeah.
For sure.
Gotta get the underground airplane in there, man, somehow or another.
I missed that shit, dude.
Man, yeah, we need to get Bursley back around here or something.
Yeah.
He lives in this town, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been trying to redo that whole second album without Bursley, and that's like a mind fuck to me right now. Because I'm like, how did Bursley write these drum parts, And also the drum parts are embedded in my head at the same time.
Right.
So it's like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like the grand wizard,
Man, that was so fun fucking rocking out shows back then. Man.
Oh my god, right?
So many great times.
Yeah.
You ever had the shirt, the fucking orange sleeved with the white base?
Yeah, yeah.
That was like probably the most iconic.
Oh, the baseball shirt?
Yeah, the baseball one. That was the most iconic airplane.
Oh, right on. Hell yeah, thanks. Yeah, I did the red and yellow kind of mesh together on the same screen.
Yes.
That's the first time I ever tried that.
Yeah. That's the one I think of when I hear that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's good shit. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is 2021 right now. We're all fiending for shows, nobody's been to a show in a year,
Yeah.
Nothing.
Been a long time.
I was at one or two here and there. There was De Leon and his band.
Drunk and Exhausted?
Yeah. They were a block away from the shop there one night, and I was outside, and I was like, "Is that a rock band? Some kids playing some rock music somewhere around here?" So I just walked down the street and found them, and I was like, "Oh, they're older than I am."
We saw a little two-man thing last weekend called Willie Nelson Mandela Jr.
Awesome.
And they were really good, and I think I'm gonna have them here for my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Willie Nelson Mandela Jr.?
Yeah.
What?
So the junior is because they're a bigger band, and when it's just the two of them.
Oh, nice.
I
think. Okay,
maybe.
right.
I'm not exactly sure. I feel like I asked them, and I think that's the answer they gave me, but I was pretty drunk.
I love it when bands can shrink down to even just one person, and you think that that's the whole band, and they're like, "Well, the rest of my band's not here right now," and I'm like, "What? There's more?"
I've only seen that one time. I was in freaking North Carolina.
Yeah.
And we're in this bar, and this band's playing. Caught my attention because I'm pretty good, and they were a no name, whatever, And they're fucking rocking, had my attention, and then the intermission, they all got off the stage, and the drummer stayed on the stage and just started setting shit up, set his mic up, got a guitar and started tuning his guitar with the top. And I shit you not, dude, that mug played 3 songs by himself, strumming the flicking the top, strumming the top of the guitar.
Yeah.
One stick. Foot
Nice.
fucking for the hats and singing.
True.
And he did 3 freaking songs like that, and then the band got back on stage and just rocked out again.
What do you call those things? The
Dick Van Dyke Show?
Right.
fucking minstrels that fucking travel around with all that shit on their back.
Troubadours or raconteurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had a whole band that they just carry on their back,
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking cool
So,
shit.
you were a lead singer in a band once.
Yeah.
What? How long did this last?
Oh, I don't know, a fucking
A few days.
Whose band was this?
It was pretty good, I think. We were in the garage, and you were singing. I think I was on guitar.
Yeah.
Maybe Matt Patrick was on drums.
Yeah, Matt Patrick was on drums.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
That was a good time.
Is that original music, or were you like?
No.
It was all on the fly. I thought. I thought you were just making that shit up.
Oh, it was original music.
Okay,
Shit,
so
I forgot about that. But when you, see, you have to use that term loosely because it wasn't like we like wrote some songs.
So yeah, but all right. So let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. All right, like 15,
rewind a little bit.
15,000 years ago. Okay, humans were like around fires with drums and bullshit, and they were not, writing original music to play again. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
Like I try to think of it in those terms a lot. Because like, what am I trying to do with this song? Like what were they trying to do with a song? Like they were just trying to be crazy, and they were trying to get people to move. And
some song about a burrito or a taco.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Can't remember.
I wrote an improv song called Space Burrito once, and my buddy Luke named his whole kiosk after that song. After that point, he was selling burritos out of it and shit. And I was like, Luke over here with space burritos. Let me tell you about these space burritos.
That's hilarious.
Pretty far out, man.
I gotta hit you.
And as long as you're playing a guitar and saying shit, it makes sense,
That's true. Yeah, that's true. You gotta strum.
You can say complete nonsense with a guitar in your hand, and somehow it's a song,
Hey, as long as you can follow that guitar.
Yeah, more often than not, like that's exactly what's happening.
Yep, that makes sense.
There's a lot of people on TikTok now that are writing songs that are actually really, really good, and they put the lyrics up, like so you can like read along and stuff.
Okay. All right.
It's pretty wild.
I'm still too old for TikTok.
Haven't. I just joined it about a month ago or something.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and like I'm learning about the CIA, uncovering documents about UFOs, and I'm learning about
on TikTok.
Yeah. Like there's just like nonstop people who are trying to teach you like the weirdest shit on TikTok.
Huh.
Yeah, like
all right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of more examples right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But like, it's very motivating. First I was calling it the human zoo, because it felt like people were just in cages, like, look what I can do.
Right.
But then like the more you get into it, the more it's just like, okay, like people are really trying to like help, and you're getting like a window. Like if we're all, I was thinking about it yesterday. Like if we're all like basically like on a normal basis, we only see like 3 or 4 people in a day, But on TikTok, you can see 60 people in an hour,
right.
into their world. Like people are like, okay, I just got out of my workplace. This guy was being a bitch, and let me tell you why. I'm like, whoa, okay, cool, flip.
Right.
And then, people are
too
just
much for me.
Yeah.
Too much for me.
It motivates me because I don't see barely anybody in my day.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm just oh fuck, there's other people out there.
Yeah.
I want to do something now. I watch it for like 2-3 minutes or something. My one friend said that they like make a timer for themselves because they like get sucked into it and they like lose track of time and all this shit.
Okay.
Courtney will watch that shit for fucking hours.
Right. Yeah.
I can't do it.
Like I can watch it for 15-20 minutes and then I'm like, okay, I'm refreshed. I feel like I socialized or something in an ad hoc way,
Yeah, I feel that. I get sucked into YouTube kind of the same way. Go down spiral and like.
Yeah, it's easy to do,
Yeah. And I think it's like better to like you can pick like what you want to put in, take in. It's not like
Yeah, that's important because like you can either rely on your algorithm, and you either set that algorithm up yourself,
right,
or you're letting it set it up as you just like randomly click shit,
exactly,
which is easy to like get sucked into,
Yeah.
And so it becomes like an automatic thing, or it becomes like a very beneficial thing. Like I need to learn how to repair window glass or something like that, And like that's how I learned what window glazing was the other day, Or that's how I learned like I'm like, oh, I can just go to the hardware store and get cut glass. Cool.
For sure.
Like I learned that straight from YouTube. I had no idea
I'm telling you,
that was even a possibility.
I'm telling you,
how am I supposed to know that?
I think you can start a whole freaking school off YouTube. Like
it is a school.
I mean, if you use it that way, because it's many tools.
Yeah.
It can be exactly like mainstream TV also, because it could be you could just watch garbage.
Yeah.
Or you can
definitely
watch something that's gonna give you knowledge.
Yeah.
Or you can watch something that's entertaining.
Thanks,
or it's
I was looking at
stuff
it
that you just know is complete bullshit, and you're just like, okay, but this is still pretty funny the way they're coming across with it.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because that's I feel like that's the only ways that I'm like watching anything or ingesting anything is because like either you're entertaining or you're like I'm learning something. You know?
Yeah, and
it's like those main two things.
What's fiction and what's nonfiction? You know, like our money's fiction. You know what I mean? Like,
but not to a lot of people.
The way, right. But like, how do we value work energy? You know, like those types of things. Like that is money, but it's also very arbitrary for, you know, like.
Yep.
They pay if you have a ton of money. They pay you because you have a ton of money. You know, like, it's kind of weird. It's super like on a sliding scale. You know, like what is work energy? What is value? You know, like those are just constructs that were like, you know, baseline. These are true. You know, but then like, how true are they? Because like, if I'm just making $100,000 a month off of interest, I can buy these artwork, you know, this piece of $100,000 artwork, and it's like, well, I'm just buying it on interest, you know, like, that's not real money to me, you know? It's but to somebody, that's a shit ton of money for a whole year's worth of salary, you know?
That's the weird thing when it comes to money, because they have to learn how to, like, they have to learn about money, and a lot of people don't know about that. So they just know how to trade time for it. That's it. Yeah. Like, most people are like, I'm going to trade my time for some money, and I'm gonna go spend it, and I'm gonna do it again.
So here's a question: do you guys have like any ideas for like if you were to like start a small business or something, you know, like you guys have like ideas that you would just want to do if you could, you know?
For small business?
Yeah, just like freelance anything, you know.
I mean, fuck, I'm doing it right now with flooring. You just basically pick what you're either really good at or what you're really passionate about. Yeah, and follow those two things, because that's when you're starting a business, that's different than anything else. You know, it's like anything. It's like, oh, I'm gonna grow this plant, or I'm gonna fucking have this kid. Like it's It's not like something that you just get and then it's over with. You know, you have to like grow it. It's a lot of work. It's like me right now. Like even with my business, I'm 3 years in, and now I just got knocked back to like almost infancy age, as opposed to like, you know, I had a 3-year-old, 4-year-old business. I'm trying to get it to 18 to where I can walk the fuck away and it can just keep going on its own. That's the main goal of it. That's the dream. Really, that's my thing. Is like whatever you're fucking passionate about or whatever you're really good at. Fucking start a small business on the side with that.
So this is my real question. Would like a universal like healthcare system help you with a small business? Like you have to pay for your own healthcare insurance, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And also on top of that, you have to pay like workman's comp.
Okay. Gotcha.
So like that's the whole thing too, and then you have to carry a business liability insurance also. Right. So you're kind of covered under those two things.
Gotcha.
But you still need a healthcare fucking also.
Yeah. So and you don't pay for your employees' healthcare though, right?
No.
Okay.
Until you get in a corporation.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Because I've heard a lot of people that want to like start their own businesses, you know, but then won't because there's like a lot of question about.
Well, just I mean, simply just having people on payroll, you spend a lot of money. On things that aren't even, like. You know, for whatever you're paying in wages, you're paying extra per employee for the amount of wages you're paying. Even.
Okay.
It's like workman's comp is kind of based on the amount. Or is it work? No, your liability insurance is based on the amount that you are projected to make that year. Okay. So you're paying like you know, if you're gonna make $100,000, you're not paying very much.
You're just guessing, but, really, right?
Yeah, and like, you're just guessing. Anyway.
Every next year they like redesign it, but and then also works also to like, all right, so I'm gonna work for this company and they want me to hold a $2 million policy and be backed for, you know, $500,000 fucking
depending
it's
who
like
contracting for.
So
too.
basically, because how I did it was like I just shot for the moon and got like the top shit. So then everyone fucking falls under that, you know what I mean? As opposed to just getting the cheapest fucking one,
right?
And then I go and work for this guy, and he's like, we're gonna need this, and I have to go and up it, or you know what I mean? It's like, what's another $30? To just get the $2 million policy. So I mean, that's all. And to be honest too, like I feel like if you're going to start from like scratch with a business, like you don't have like a lot of like capital.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Then I would just keep like a day job and like do it on the side until you can build up enough capital. Like,
and that's why tons of people are like drop shipping like nonstop right now, because there's no overhead and you're your only employee.
We talked about this. So I want to. It's exactly what I told you about the wireless chargers. Remember, I was like, I'm going to buy it off Alibaba. Yeah. It's going to ship straight to Amazon. They're going to buy it off Amazon. I'm going to get the money from the difference I bought it on Alibaba to Amazon.
You never
touch the product.
Exactly.
You don't even have to have the product.
Zero overhead, basically. And
but that's more of like driving traffic. Yeah. So you have to be able to get a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. That's like finding the demographics. That's like finding where to advertise, and like what we were talking about earlier, like
Google
like
search.
If we're like if like somebody is talking about something and then it shows up on your phone randomly, you're like, I was just talking about that. How is that, like, how are they listening to everything I'm saying?
It's like, yes, they are.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to like pay initially to get listed on Google.
That's the thing too. Is like basically,
it's an advertisement.
I'm going to it right now. Is like to get my website, because I built the website.
Yeah.
And I want to get it. They actually force it down your face, but they want to get it listed onto Google. So like they're like, you have to pay fucking $200 to get everything in order to us to put it on Google, and they have to like run some stuff. Like I had to check my address and send me something in the mail, make sure my address was correct and shit, and then they put you on Google, but then after that, it's on you to find those keywords. So basically, like whatever but that's easy though. Like you said too, that's super easy because whatever
you're just pay a bunch of kids to fucking look for those keywords all day.
Yeah, I mean, literally all you do is like you're like, I have a blog and it's talking about the best coffee shops in the area. So what are you gonna do for your keywords? You're gonna fucking type into Google best coffee shops.
Yeah.
And then let it best coffee shops, and then see what see what the rest of those lists are, because you're gonna have a list of best coffee shops in the area or best coffee shops, and those ones in the list from the top to the bottom are the most people search for this.
Exactly.
So that's where you get your keywords from. So when you're looking at like, all right, so in the area or fucking around or whatever the fuck that the extra word is that you didn't type in, that's your keywords right there.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you put those into your headline and you type about that, and then Google sees that because they already know a lot of people are searching for that, so they're gonna put you on that list when someone searches for that. That's how it works. That's literally how it works.
So that's awesome. Extrapolate this out like 50 years from now, right? Like, what do you think? Like, everything's going to like subscription services. Like they're saying in like 10 years we might not even have like ownership of automobiles in a lot of ways. Right.
Very correct.
Yeah.
I know people I just interviewed yesterday, they have their own subscription service of just like salads that they grow in their basement. They grow like sprouts and stuff,
Every month they get new seeds.
Yeah. And they have like this continual cycle. They have people on subscription services, and then they just put it together. Oh, here's my mustard, like here's my cabbage sprouts, here's, these ones. And then like they, have like a product, basically.
Yeah.
And then they give the canisters to people, and they give the canisters come back, and it's just like a cycle,
Oh yeah.
Real simple, like side kind of a gig,
It's a good idea if you can grow good roughage.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we were talking about cities and things like that, and like how, compact there are, like what the transportation cost is versus what the lighting cost is and all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, you look at Columbus, and all around Columbus, they're building like fucking 15-minute cities, like.
What's a 15-minute city?
So you can get
you
to
can
it from
walk
anywhere.
to.
Oh,
you can walk to
gotcha.
anywhere in it within 15 minutes.
Cool.
Not fucking drive. Like everything is multi-use. It's fucking apartments, shops, restaurants, nightlife. Everything is in this fucking
like
and
radius.
somehow it feels like it's all
Dublin
15 minutes away from each other also.
So, like, it used to be very mall centric, right? We used to have things like, this is the commercial area, you know, and then everyone would go there and just drive, and then now we have too many people on the road. And so how do we cut down the people? Because people don't even want to do that anymore.
Well, that's the biggest thing. Is
like fucking drive.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest thing. Is what's going to happen is like people movers. That's going to change. It's going to be a thing. Like we are not going to be going to work in our own vehicles much, especially in 50 years. That's just not going to be a thing. Like no one's going to be commuting around the cities like themselves. You know?
Exactly.
It's going to be all autonomous system by then. I mean, fuck, we're only like 5 years away from autonomous driving. And that.
Exactly. So, like, and just electric car
and
costs are coming down so quick. You know?
For sure. But as the technology advances in batteries, the cheaper the cars are going to get. I mean, that was the problem in the fucking 50s.
I mean, even with our battery technology now, they're coming down like crazy. They're saying in 3 years, even with lithium ion, they're going to be like competitive, like
that's because they're learning how to pack more in a smaller space in it. So it's still the technology that's advancing on the batteries, but they're still in lithium. They're not into hard state. When they're in solid state batteries, that's huge. When we jump.
Toyota's supposed to come out with solid state batteries this year.
That's going to be a jump. But I feel sorry for Toyota. Because if you look at the chart in the automotive industry, Tesla is above the whole industry.
Valuation-wise. Like,
the whole industry. Okay? Like, there's Toyota, Ford, fucking, Chevy, fucking, everything. All the fucking car industries are right here with Tesla as a whole. So they have a lot to catch up. It's going to be hard to catch up. They can do whatever they want, but it's like a.
Well, you don't have to catch up.
They do, or they're gonna fucking
really
fall off.
Though.
Everyone's gonna be in Teslas. You don't have to catch up
because Tesla isn't going to be the only fucking thing that's available. In fact,
I guarantee you, they're working on it right now. You know what they just signed right now? Do you know what just happened? Do you know what just happened with Tesla right now?
I mean,
all right. So this is
the monkey thing. No, with the neuron brain.
Listen, this is a Trojan horse. Elon Musk is a fucking genius when it comes to Trojan horses. This is a Trojan horse he just fucking threw out into the industry. So and where you were just at in Las Vegas, in the convention center, they dug tunnels with his company, the Boring Company. So they dug tunnels, right? And he has Teslas in these tunnels to travel these people around. It's going to be an app on your phone. Now, what the fuck do you think is going to happen when these people that never heard of Tesla, nothing, they're just having a good time, and they fucking pop on, they go to the convention center, and they're like, oh, we got to move over here to here. Oh, well, this Tesla's going to take us there now? And they're going to get into Tesla, and they're going to fucking, their app, they're going to get in the Tesla and be like, oh, my God. And then, there's going to be something on the fucking radio or something in the Tesla that's like, go, newest Tesla for this, and they're gonna be selling your ass in the fucking car too. You know what I mean? And listen,
it's a computer on wheels. That's what they're selling now.
I mean, but it's almost like iPhone. Like everyone needs that latest greatest thing. That's what Tesla is. Tesla is the fucking iPhone. The latest greatest thing. But only thing is, they're so far fucking ahead of everyone else that it's going to be hard for the rest of the industry
to catch up. I know
it's going to be hard for the rest of the industry to catch on, bro.
Tech and transportation companies are merging right now like crazy. Like Apple's merging with Daimler, and anybody who's a tech company is also going to be like, hey, how do we build a laptop, put wheels on it?
Yeah, I mean, fuck, Apple's supposed to have a car for the last 4 years.
Yeah, that's true. But
Apple was supposed to have a car for the last 4 years.
They might actually do it.
Now
it's not going to be theirs, though. They're going to have to go through Daimler or Chrysler. Or, they're not going to have their own infrastructure. Like Tesla literally has their own fucking infrastructure.
That's true too.
Like it's a game that they're not going to win. I'm telling you. I'll bet money on this shit.
Samsung. You don't have to fucking win the fucking game to still make money at the game.
No, that's fine, but I mean, I'm just
it's
looking
not
at.
Like they're
no,
not
but
gonna
I mean,
fucking,
if we're looking at 50 years in the future, I'm looking at 80% Teslas to 20% the rest of the fucking world in cars.
Right.
That's just the way we're going. It can change.
Yeah.
But the rate we're going right now, that's where we're going. It can change. I'm not saying it can't, because they can come together and they can catch up. I'm just saying it's harder. They're not.
At some point, Tesla's going to be like, well, how much is it going to cost to outsource manufacturing to Toyota or to Ford or to anybody who has a manufacturing plant? You know what I mean?
I think he wants to sell subscriptions to them. Like, you can sell a subscription to come and ride in our fucking autonomous vehicle.
Right. Yeah,
but then that's what it's gonna be. Then that's a motherfucker that loves Ford and buys Ford and jumps in a Tesla and fucking like.
Yeah.
Oh
this
shit.
This is now a Ford Tesla car, right?
You know, and they're gonna, I'm telling you, bro, this is a Trojan horse.
Yeah.
That dude.
Tesla, it's smart.
That's why I keep putting money into their fucking stock.
I like what you're saying though, because like why do people need this much money and this much market share? Like it's the thing's set up to do that. But like, there's so many people who like already won the market. Like they're already like hundreds of billionaires.
Yeah,
they're
already winning.
Because
at everything.
The biggest fact with that,
the whole other thing is, and I don't care what you say about it. No, he'll always want to be fucking innovative. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
If you are the fucking not just the biggest dog on the fucking block, but the fucking like you have all the fucking bones. You're gonna get lazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna stop finding better ways to get the bones because you don't have to.
But see, that's not his thing. That's not his thing.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Because that's not his thing.
I knew he was gonna say that.
He didn't even want to start fucking Tesla. He didn't even want the company. He didn't want to start Tesla. He only started Tesla because he went to Ford.
What happens when he's gone?
That's what I was about to say too.
When he's
gone, the
it's
company.
It's literally gonna be like Ford Motor Company. They kept doing the same exact fucking bullshit that Ford fucking. They kept doing the same shit.
Yeah, and Ford
kept going.
They ran it into the ground in a lot of ways.
It just kept going.
Yeah,
but
it just kept going.
At first, it was nice because they started making Mustangs and muscle cars, and then by the 70s, everything kind of hit the
and then
the
secret
is you have to have competition.
No, for sure, but I mean the competition is like, is it really good competition or bad?
Right now you have
actual competition.
Right now you have like Usain Bolt running against like some fucking high school cross country runner.
You have, but it's funny because you have a company. Well, we'll call it a company, but you have a person that went to Ford and was like, "Hey, bro, listen, you need to fucking do some you need to electrify your fucking fleet.
Yeah,
this is a thing. You need to do this. Get the fuck out of here. It doesn't work." Hey, Toyota. I swear to God, he went to Toyota and offered them fucking like, "Hey, bro, I'll give you money." To fucking do this. Like, he didn't want the business at all. He just wanted that to happen in the world.
Yeah.
Since everyone told him fucking no, he was like,
I guess I have to do it myself.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's the only reason why this company is created.
Yeah.
And now, where we're at now, it's like...
Yeah. And that company almost folded like 3 times back in like the early 2000s, I remember.
2008 was done.
Yeah.
2008
definitely.
He was done.
Done
broke as shit. Like broke as fuck. Yeah. He couldn't even pay rent, nothing.
Came back like the Phoenix.
And that wasn't even Tesla that did that. That was SpaceX that saved his ass.
Right, that's true. Yeah, he has so
SpaceX.
many. And then he also has Solar City and the Boring Company and the
Neuralink
shit.
If you look at all his companies, it's all about moving.
What's
moving
next? Where's it going next?
Yeah. Moving humanity forward.
So we have. There's
going
to be. I mean, we have the next 10 years are talking about things switching to automation, car wise. People in our generation and older are still going to want to drive cars,
Oh, and just people like me.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a recreational thing now.
Exactly.
It will turn into a recreational thing.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
They're not going to ban you from the roads and stuff. They're just going to have
like
a
little
separate
motorcycles,
license.
little cars, and like you know.
You have to get a separate license. Probably. I already see it. Like it's weird, but I already see it. They're going to be like, oh, you need like a CDL. You need a CDL to fucking drive your own car.
Yeah. I mean, there are jobs that aren't going to be able to be done without vehicles for those jobs.
That's true too.
Like roofing, I need to fucking have a truck with a ladder rack go around to various fucking jobs all day long.
Yeah, and it'd be funny when it's hooked up to GPS and just going by itself.
But then, like,
oh fuck, I would love that shit.
For real.
Yeah.
And to be honest, in the future, it's gonna be great for me because I'm like, all right, I want 10 vans, right?
Yeah.
I fucking want 10 vans. They're at the fucking shop, right? I have an automated robot to fucking load off the dock into the van.
Destroy.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, it's almost like Minions, bro. Like you have fucking automated system that loads the van.
Drone armies.
And then the van drives itself to the job.
Yeah.
You don't even need fucking employees to touch your van.
Exactly.
Like you don't need the employees to touch your stuff.
And
it goes straight to the job, and then you fucking meet it there and do your shit.
And how far away are we? Like, if I just get like a little trailer of like all my like work tools, you know, and then I can have my automated car pull in the driveway, connect instantly,
trailer,
jump in the car, and gone.
Yeah,
you know, like
for sure.
Easy peasy.
It goes exactly to the job site fucking you need to go to.
Because driving is probably one of the biggest stressors, I think, on people right now in our culture, too.
And it's
traffic fucking sucks.
Yeah.
When I wake up hungover as shit.
Right.
When it's
and
commuting,
I'm like,
it's
I gotta drive to fucking work.
When it's commuting, it's
people,
needless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you're commuting, it's a needless thing that you
can
avoid doing now with technology.
It's so interesting. Like also, like if you don't have to actually go anywhere and you're driving on the road and you're just like playing defense, like on the highway, like you notice everybody's like personalities. Like on the road, like everybody's in their own bubble, everyone's dealing with their own bullshit, and like you can tell, and there are just like tells, like poker game kind of shit happening.
All types of personalities,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Like
all types of personalities.
Fucking broad in front of me the other day was taking selfies at the fucking in the turn lane, like this. She's driving. She's in the left-hand turn lane.
Yeah, it's scary out there, man.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. There was somebody that stopped in the middle lane of a 3-lane highway, turned on their turn signal, acted like they were going to get off on this exit that was 2 lanes over from where they were. And I'm just like, whew, like, I was like right there. I was like, fuck you, dude. Like, what? Like, that happened twice in my same drive that day. Like, what is happening? You know, like, people are just using their GPS and they're acting like they're playing a video game. Like, this is real life. You know?
And out here it's worse because you got people coming from different countries that aren't really car-centric.
Yeah.
And they get a fucking license and a fucking loan and a new car and they're fucking have never driven shit.
Yeah.
And they're out there, like,
that's why
not knowing what the hell to do.
That's why I like Cleveland, man, because, like, nobody goes to Cleveland. Like, if anything, everyone's leaving Cleveland.
Yeah.
So it's, like, it's kind of nice. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I like Cleveland better than Columbus in that way. Right?
Yeah,
like, there are more opportunities in Columbus, I will say.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way, for sure. There definitely ain't nobody going
But
there.
Cleveland's, like, laid back as shit. You know, like, no one cares. You're in Cleveland. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing with your life if you're in Cleveland right now, you know?
Controversial hot take.
I mean, I love a lot of people in Cleveland, and like, I don't know, it's
you know, I love
like
the
I
city.
lived there for about a year up until COVID happened, and then I ended up quarantining in Norwalk at a place I was gonna rent out, and I was just like, I just live here now. Which, you know, it's like I'm back in Norwalk, which sucks, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't want to go anywhere in a city anyway. I didn't have anywhere to go, you know. Like, I didn't want to go anywhere where there was other people. So I was like, well, fuck it, man. I don't want to, like, pay rent in a city where I'm not going to use the city for shit, you know.
No. Yep, go back home.
Yeah, right?
Home's gonna be home, man.
And we're still in that world, you know?
Yep.
Like, I bought tickets for Rage Against the Machines and, what was it? Run the Jewels.
Okay.
Yeah, they were gonna play in Detroit in July. And then I was like, fuck yeah, bought the tickets up, and then they canceled it and postponed it like 3 days later until May of 2022. You know?
At least they jumped right to that because
Yeah.
we bought some tickets to go. There's like this art installation here called Otherworld. It's like a interactive.
Yeah, I think I know about that. Yeah.
And this DJ from Columbus, RJD2.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He was supposed to fucking like he had like a fucking, I don't know if you call it a show.
Okay.
But whatever, he was gonna be at fucking Otherworld. So I got tickets for that, and they postponed it for like a few months. We're like, oh, that's sweet.
Right. Yeah,
then they postponed it for another few months. And
no.
now at this point, they're like, well, it's postponed. We don't have a date yet.
Yeah.
Like, all right, whatever. Let us know. You know.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I'm like I canceled Jubilee Go last year in springtime, you know, because I was just like, nope, not even gonna try.
Yeah.
And at this point for this year, it's still up in the air, kind of, you know, like everyone's asking me about it. My buddies out in like California want to play Jubilee Go, and they're like, all right,
we
so
need to know.
Yeah, exactly.
There can't be no F about this one.
There's a lot of planning involved in that types of, you know.
For sure, that's a lot. That's 2,500 miles.
Yeah, for a whole band of people to travel to Ohio. But some of them are from Ohio, so it's kind of like, well, we want to play in Ohio somewhere, and your place would be the place, you know. So I was like, all right, cool.
Nice.
You know, but like, so, I mean, if we do anything, I think it's going to be small, you know, and like kind of compact, and no tickets aren't going to be me, you know. We're just going to kind of gather and like have some people on a stage, you know, and then put a Jubilee Go banner next to it. You know? No radio airtime, no, you know, like like 20 posters just for there, you know, or something.
The ones that
prove that it existed one time, you know. Like, I would like to do that though. That would be my 10th one in like 9 years or something like that.
Nice.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool as shit.
Because I was doing 2 a year for 2 years. I did Hovercraft Beer Festival.
Oh, you're not your 10th. I was like,
no. This would be the 8th. This would be the 8th sense. Jubilee Go. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. And then we did Hovercraft, and we did some other one. Some other festival. No, that was the same one.
Blends in.
Like, it just had too many different artworks in my head at the same festival. Like, that like the concept for that festival was fantastic, but it just like the actual festival just turned into like a flaming ball of like comet like exploding. Like it was like it was rainy that day, so not a lot of people showed up, and we were like at a golf course in Norwalk. So it was like real conservative, but we had these punk bands come in from Cleveland, and it was like culture clash.
Conservative.
I was like, and then I was already drunk because it was a beer festival, and like I was already depressed because it was like it's raining, and like I'm trying to run a festival, and then like
right. Yeah.
It was a culmination, and then like I just remember the one band is like, hey dude, check it out, like we bent all the silverware in half of this place. And I'm like, oh, that's great. And then I went back to my conversation, and dude's like, hey, I found the beer cards, pass them out, everyone gets free beer from the venue, you know. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, here's free beers.
That's hilarious.
And then they were really mad, you know, afterwards. And then
right. Hell no, that's hilarious.
Which was hilarious. Everything about that was awesome. I remember the next.
That's just bad judgment. You know, like
yeah.
Right.
Well, I was asked to do this. You know, I didn't like go there asking to put a festival together. They're like, he knows how to put a festival. Ask me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I can get some bands and like run sound and run the stage and do shit. You know,
sounds like stuff I do.
Yeah. Whatever. That sounds fun. And then, but the next morning, people are like, "Where's my bowl at?" Like, you know, and there's like Sunday morning golfers and like in rural Ohio, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, there's like random punk hippies like, "Where's my bowl at, man?" Like, I slept here on the 9th green last night, and like, it's gotta be in the vicinity. And
for a contest that no one that doesn't know Norwalk, it's like 16,000 people with 2 golf courses.
It's very Trumplin. It's very
2 golf courses with 16,000 people. That's pretty.
Somewhat Trumplin.
Yeah, man. We're kind of conservative town.
What really like the overarching like theme to me was like in the morning, like I was the one breaking everything down. I'm like, I woke up in my trunk, I'm hungover, and I'm like, okay, well, all right, I got to break this stage down by myself, and like, you know, and there's like a keg behind the stage with like a pitcher full of flat beer. I'm like, I'm gonna walk over to the creek and throw it in the, you know, get rid of it real quick because I need to take this pitcher. And then so I do that, and then like one of the golf course people are like, "What are you doing?" Or no, he said, "What's that?" And I was like looking at like a frog I was like, it's a frog, it's a frog, man. And then he's just like completely baffled, And I was like, why are you so, strung up about this frog, man? He's like, what? Well, don't throw that beer in the creek. It'll make it all stink up. And I'm like, what? I don't even know what you're talking about. Why would that matter? The creek keeps running, man. It's bread, man. I don't know.
Fucking EPA be fucking.
We were just completely. It was like the whole thing was just we were just missing each other.
Right? Yeah. Fucking EPA and creeks, man.
The classic Hovercraft Beer Festival.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it doesn't really pay off, but it pays off in the fact that you have cool stories, and it was a good time for everyone.
Sure.
Yeah. That's the
payout.
That's the payout, There's so many jobs parenting and shit, right? That are a hard job to do, but you don't really get paid to do it.
Yeah. That's one of them.
Yeah.
You get the stories.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a lot.
Hey,
I just feel like
Anthony,
in the future there's gonna be
grab
compensation
me a PBR
a little
out
bit.
of that fridge
In other
real quick,
countries,
please.
there's compensation a little bit. You have parental leave.
The blue and white ones.
When your kid's born and stuff.
Yeah.
In all of Europe,
that's the
you
one.
get 3 months or something like that.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's gonna come when AI
Thanks,
gets
bud.
more settled in, they get more robotics
Yeah,
going. That's gonna come in. They're actually, I feel like they're gonna have a universal income or some shit like that.
Right,
for people that
there's good and bad sides about that for sure.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people that take advantage of the system.
Oh yes, for sure.
But for the most part,
Well, there's that side of it, and there's also the side of it where it's people in control of that money have a certain amount of power over the people they're giving money to.
there has to be
sure.
there has to be a fucking it has to be just a fucking you have this money.
Yeah.
There can't be stipulations on it. There can't be any sort of fucking
There was do you know who Buckminster Fuller is?
That sounds familiar.
really
as fuck.
familiar.
Yeah, he's an old and
Buckminster Fuller.
yeah, right. It's
That's
the greatest
a lot
name
to say.
Yeah, Buckminster Bucky. But he was a crazy scientist back in the early 1900s, and he invented the Dymaxion home that was a big giant
the hexagon thing, or
yeah,
the honey,
yeah.
the fucking
exactly Epcot Center.
That's
Yeah,
why
that's
I
right.
know
Yeah.
who that fucker is.
And he wrote a lot of really crazy books too, in the 60s, where he was talking about if you just paid people to live, the 1% of those people would be free enough to come up with all the ideas that we need to do everything that we need to do, and that's what it is, And I think about that world a lot, as far as what mass manufacturing and do we need mass manufacturing at a certain point? If people don't have to work a real job, will people just use their hobby time to build chairs or bars or TVs or whatever we need, And people would be I want to buy that because my friend's making it. You know what I mean? Instead of
sure. all these fucking grand ideas like that though, really fucking
because that's what we used to do.
Yeah, but they don't fucking they don't think about people are still gonna need specialized fucking labor that people should get paid for.
Yeah, definitely.
Outside of any sort of fucking
I'm not saying that doesn't exist anymore.
And on top of that, you're gonna need people that can actually build houses.
Well, yeah.
Not just
build them 3D with 3D printers.
That's
or something.
what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're already doing that.
I know.
They're
They've been doing it for a few
3D
years.
printing fucking houses.
Yeah.
Oh. I forgot about that.
So now you just download your house that you want.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking fucked up.
I did forget about that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that are taking the place of other things, but those are also making more jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
In some respect.
Exactly.
I was talking about the paralegals, or I don't know if I was talking to you guys. But like this idea that like with the GPT-3 artificial intelligence, it can read legal documents and turn them into plain English, okay?
Yeah.
Which was the paralegal's job.
Right.
And so everyone's like, oh shit, they're going to fire paralegals like crazy. But now we have all of this information that like we have a ton more information to go through now because of that. So now they're hiring more paralegals to go
to sift through all the fucking shit that they're finding.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like it's an inverse kind of thing. It's the same thing that happened when they invented ATM machines, okay?
Yeah.
Like they're like, well, they're going to fire a bunch of bank tellers now.
Right.
But like the fact that they had ATMs saved the bank a lot of money, so they ended up expanding and making more branch locations, and they hired more tellers, you know? So it's like the jobs change and the jobs multiply based off of like all these tech, you know?
Right.
But it's like, I don't know. Like it's
night, I love you.
It seems like that will probably happen in ways we don't know.
Don't look
yet.
directly into those lights.
That's true.
We got
Come here,
Leona
Warren.
and Warren.
Warren, get over here, boy.
Guest appearances on the television show here.
Yeah, I think they were too short to appear, but
they're not quite on the bar
you
level
hear them?
here.
Yeah,
they're scampering around here. Oh, there he is.
I love you.
Debut
Get on out of here.
Right. Good night. It's bedtime. I need a new beard. Whew. All right, then we'll come up with another topic. I actually have a question for you.
Yeah, come back with some questions for me. Getting prepared. I got answers, maybe.
Oh, I should have made Anthony grab me like 3.
Yeah. Yeah, so what do you think about this so far?
I mean, you know.
Yeah. I like it because it's like a different type of medium, and it's like a different type of lens to talk through, you know?
Yeah, a structured... I mean, semi-structured, you know? Obviously, you don't want it fucking structured.
Well, some of them, I have topics.
There's room to get in over here, Kramer.
Sometimes I'm like interviewing people for specific reasons, too.
Oh.
Not an interview man.
Right on.
Tito's and kombucha.
Yeah, probiotics. Might as well kill them as they go in.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually like the taste now, though, too. It has helped, though, with my stomach and everything.
Do you drink it every day?
Only recently have I started every day.
So I wouldn't do that necessarily. I've heard of people drinking entire kombuchas in a day, like every day for a few years, and their like stomach lining kind of like starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're putting active fucking.
This is like
know.
store bought, so it's like.
Okay.
It's not like when you get your own blend, which might be worse even. I don't know, but like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that home brew because I'm like I'll just make myself sick. I bet.
Right. I made some once, and it was the best I've ever had, honestly.
Yeah.
But then like I kind of let it go, and it kind of like got bad.
And I'll do that too.
Yeah.
I'll disappear for 4 days. And
Exactly.
I'll be fucked. So
yeah,
I haven't done it yet. But no, it's like I'm kind of convinced that like when I get all wasted, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it just like destroys all the everything in your guts is dead then.
Yeah.
And then like I just feel awful for weeks. But now I notice like eat a shit ton of vegetables and drink this at the same time, and it's like it just like repopulates.
Balances it.
Yeah. Yogurt, man, yogurt.
Yeah, that too.
Right.
So before I was doing like the yogurt and like I bought like probiotic gummies and stuff. And I'm like, oh fuck it, I'll just actually kind of like drinking this. So.
Yeah. I drink about one a week, just like sporadically throughout the week.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's good to know about overdoing it, because
yeah.
I was like, damn, this has hit a little different. Like, I forgot to put the vodka
information
in it,
comes straight from San Francisco yoga teachers.
Oh man.
I figured if anybody
knows.
You know, it's like moonshine from West Virginia or whatever.
Right, yeah. Like, if
wow.
you're talking about moonshine in West Virginia,
did
you're getting
have
a straight, article right there,
Who knows?
I got it. Take a leak. Oh.
You were on camera, by the way, too. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You can pay me later, so we'll work it out.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to edit this down or anything, but whatever, you know.
Oh, yeah, there'll probably be a cut right here.
Yeah, right.
I can go back.
Now I want to talk about the fucking...
Yeah, right? It's real easy.
It's no wonder, it's like easy to get into. And,
yeah. I just stole that from the garage. I had this from recording music, and I had this from stage, it's just an old microphone stand. I just bought that clip for like $30.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like I already had everything else.
Fucking much more legit than my GoPro.
Yeah.
I mean, you can watch it back. It's
Right.
fucking.
Yeah, we tried
It
it.
picks it all up.
Yeah.
It's just not as like.
Yeah, and then I've been needing one of these guys just for recording anyway, and it's like I bought like kind of a cheaper version of, you know, a large condenser microphone or whatever, you know.
Nice.
It was like $200, which is cheap for these guys, you know, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't had one in my studio for probably like 10 years.
Damn.
Yeah,
Now
swear
it's
there's,
like-
there's things I watch on YouTube, you know, they got like 1 million followers, and they're
Yeah.
still talking about like, well, damn, I paid $150 for a microphone.
Exactly.
So, well,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
working
yeah.
for them, I guess.
No, I
The-
still I watch a dude on YouTube that still uses a GoPro. 2 million
Right.
followers.
Yeah, yeah.
Still just uses a GoPro.
I mean,
That's it.
it's
Nothing
it
else.
works, you know? Like, that's just
Actually,
the
to be
phone,
honest,
you know?
Goon Squad, the one channel I watch is probably the most watched. They get 1 million views
Damn.
a video.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not fucking 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
They get like 1 million views
Damn.
every fucking video, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And they still
Alright,
use
later.
the iPhone.
You guys aren't going out
Right.
today, right?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no.
Why
I gotta
wouldn't
work
you,
in the
you know?
Oh, fucking
Like-
phone off your phone.
The tech.
Seeing ya.
Yeah.
Hi.
That yeah.
Oh,
We
right
you out
Yeah.
later, dude. Good seeing you.
Yeah.
See ya, Sonny.
You heading back to Norwalk tonight, or what? You gonna be around?
I don't know, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kind of playing it by ear.
Well, yeah, if you're around tomorrow, want to hang out, let me know.
Alright, cool.
Later.
See ya. Yeah, I mean, like, the technology in our phones is, like, ridiculous now, you know? Like, we just take it for granted, you know? It's like, well, all I'm using is my phone. It's like, yeah, but, like,
You're not
No,
comparing
so-
a phone no more.
so
yeah,
fucking-
comparative.
While Courtney was in the Keys one
Yeah.
day,
Yeah,
fucking all phone service, all fucking internet, everything. Like
Yeah.
phones didn't even work. Like nothing.
shit, yeah.
Fucking everything went out.
wow.
Yeah. Like
So,
she couldn't fucking make a phone call,
Yeah.
text message, fucking
yeah.
anything.
Damn.
Everything.
Like hurricane hit or something? Just happens.
Everything was fucking just gone.
It's like you lose your fucking mind
Yeah,
nowadays.
P-bomb, yeah.
You lose your
Yeah.
mind nowadays. Like I lose my mind nowadays. There's so many things we rely on technology for.
Oh
now.
my god, right? Yeah,
I thought
we just
they
take
were
it for
fast,
granted,
like,
you know?
oh,
We were just talking about that earlier, like how fucking cool it'd be in school to like, even just fact check your friend, like,
Oh, right, yeah.
there's 50 million fucking blah 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 here or there. You're like, well, I guess I gotta believe you. I ain't going to the library today.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Now you can literally just be like, hey Google.
Yeah, and there's like, okay, so there's like power dynamics and straight lying to people all the time. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah. Exactly.
that's being cut down now a little bit, at least.
Well,
you know?
yeah,
You could-
to people that are not.
Yeah,
like,
the people
super
that-
fucking retarded.
Yeah, right. There's people that just believe straight from the horse's mouth all the time still, you
Yeah.
know, but it's like, you know, it's like, well, yeah, everything you're saying is not true, man. Like,
I mean, it's easier
You
to
don't
find that
have-
out now.
yeah, yeah,
I don't have
yeah.
to go search for the shit.
yeah.
I
yeah.
literally type it in my hand. Like
I don't even
we
have to
are
type
the
it. I
AIs.
could just say it out loud. I could just put my microphone up to them talking. And be like, yeah, everything you just said it just came back, man. Like, I got a lie detector polygraph here, dude. Like, fuck you.
That's fucking great. Like we are the AI. Like that's the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
next move to me. Like I was gonna ask you like what's your thoughts and opinions on Neuralink and
Right.
and like the
I have lots of thoughts about this because I write fiction a lot. I write a lot of short stories about this topic, you know, and about like how like what's going to happen when we can all like just have our brains connected in like a neuro net kind of a situation, you know, because they did an experiment, and this was before Neuralink, right? Like this was like 7-8 years ago.
Oh
when
yeah, they have the big blocks. They've
Okay.
been doing this since the 50s,
Right.
60s. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yep.
right. Like even just 10 years ago, they were linking 3 monkeys' brains together, and they were able to be more intelligent at problem solving than just individual monkeys, you know? And it's like, okay, so you have this tech from 10 years ago, and now we have the Neuralink, you know, which is way, you know, heads and tails above where we were then, you know, and now you have monkeys playing video games. Like, I remember it was probably 2009. I was at the Science Center in Chicago, and they had these things where you kind of like, you know, put on your head, and like the whole game was to try to keep as calm as possible, and you were competing against another person, right? Mm-hmm. And there was this like level kind of a balance game in front of you that's moving based off of your brain waves. And like, however patient you were, it was like a Zen game.
Gotcha.
And like, you had the battle, yeah, because the thing would make you nervous, just because it's like this balance game, and so you had to overcome that to actually move it, right? Like with your brainwaves or whatever. Yep. I remember like 2 years after that, they had like the Jedi Mind games at Toys R Us or whatever, when Toys R Us was still a thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I was like, I've played those before. I know what that is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's only going to get more complicated from there. And then, you know, what is, you know, telepathic communication at that point? And then, I mean, I've been thinking about this for like 20 years, like, as far as like...
All right, sorry.
Hold on.
Have you heard of the fucking, like, what is it, the Doga tribe or Donga tribe? I can't fucking remember.
Think of that
some
shit
South American tribe.
Okay, yeah.
That, like, they were one of those tribes that was completely fucking cut off from all fucking...
Right, yeah.
Oh,
and they do some sort of, like, fucking, like, plant ritual where they'll sit and fast for fucking... Or only eat the bark and leaves of this tree for a few days or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But whatever, regardless, the tribe acts as kind of like a hive mind.
Okay.
And
is it like some hallucinatory?
The few people that have actually made contact with these people and fucking like spent time with them come back and say that basically they communicate telepathically.
Okay.
Like the whole thing, and that's being completely cut off from any sort of...
Interesting.
And that's, you know, like...
And how long have we been doing that just in general, too? I mean, like, people do that through body language all the time.
That's my thing. It's more like animal shit, like
body
language.
No.
You see...
And through sounds.
I mean, you can't just be still. You can't just be still and then everyone just make something.
Like, no, they're saying these people said the people that have I mean, sure, I guess you have to take everything, anything anybody
well, first
says.
Off, let's break it down. Who are these people that are coming back saying this? And then
they're scientists and fucking.
And then be like, all right, so they're not like doing any type of movements or motions.
No, it's not about whether they're doing that or not. They're having full conversations with these people in a language that they don't actually fucking speak.
Huh. Weird.
Like...
Gotcha.
So that exists.
There's definitely real...
I mean, if you believe it.
Well, no, we live in ether. We live in ether, and ether carries waves, and our brain works off waves, and if you have the same wavelength, and if you can, like... Because it's almost like a transmitter and a receptor. So we have receptors and transmitters, but we just don't know how to fucking use them. I'm sorry, we just really don't.
Well,
we don't know how to fucking use them. We don't. I don't know how to. I don't know how to use my fucking my phone's transmitter or. I mean, it does it for me. I don't know how the shit to it.
I was getting
in your brain
is that
they might know.
The fucking.
There's like a medium.
The whole thing
they might know how to use their transmitters.
Complete fucking like they have like a relationship with plants and trees that has taught them how to be like fucking.
Oh yeah, and that's
because they say that
do
plants
they create
and trees.
Do they create things or do they just exist? Because like plants, trees just exist. Like or do like? Cause I mean they're creating oxygen and like.
I think you're missing the point.
Like are they building? Are they building cities?
What they're saying is.
Or what are they doing?
No, they're not.
They just literally just talk without speaking. Is the only thing we're at. Like they just. I'm trying to get the point of like them having this.
I'm trying to get there.
All right.
So they say that like plants and trees, and what do you mean power? It's not a power. It's a fucking.
That just caught up to him. Go ahead.
This is the ancient religion of the animists.
Power.
We're talking about rocks. We're talking about planets and suns, and all being part of the same spiritual cosmic web.
Wait, hold on. It's not a power.
This is the force. This is the real live motherfucking rocks talking, levitating bullshit. Like, you know, like,
well, it doesn't even come down to that, where they say that even fucking rocks have, like, but the point is that they say that, like, trees and other plants and everything all communicate, like, have, like, an actual conscious communication, like,
and
they're not
like the fungus mycelium in the ground and all that, like the biggest like internet, that naturalized internet of the forest.
I feel like it's just called what's that fucking cycle thing called?
If you cut down all the fucking old growth trees,
symbiotic relationships
in an area, the young trees won't fucking grow and thrive. They'll grow a little bit and then they'll just fucking die.
Because they're not connected. Because like tons of minerals and things go through those systems too, of mycelium and like fungus to the roots, and that's how like they're connecting through like the ground at like massive like distance.
Makes more sense on a scientific fucking scale, obviously.
Yeah.
But they say that like the fucking older trees beyond that will shield them when it's too fucking sunny. Like, you can watch the fucking movement of branches and shit.
They're living beings, you know? We know that they're living beings.
Yeah, they'll make sure they get more water and droughts and shit.
Fuck. One of our parents' passes were still good.
Right, yeah.
But we're not really connected like that.
Normally, like,
but maybe
both
we are.
Your parents fucking die at an early age, you know.
Well, I know a lot of people.
You have a
I know a lot of people. I mean, I know a lot of people with dead parents.
But yes, but there's still a community around them. There's still fucking...
Yeah, they're still linked in.
Gotcha.
They're still linked in somehow or another, right?
It's not like fucking... It's... What's that fucking with Piggy? Lord of the Flies. It's not Lord of the Flies, you know?
Island politics, where, like, you know, they only have themselves to, like, really deal with. I mean, in that way, we do live in island politics on the planet, you know? Like, we can't get to other planets, so we all have to kind of, like...
we have, like...
It seems like it's big. You know, it seems like it's a big planet.
Well, yeah, but there's been a lot of experiences of other people throughout the fucking ages that we have to fucking build on.
That's true, too.
Whereas...
Like, alright, so if we have the ability to connect everybody's minds together and we can all think as one mind at that point, you know, like, let's say only like 33% of the world's like plugged in at a time or something like that, you know? But that's still a large capacity to pull from. You know, when you're dealing with either like large calculations or you're dealing with like bigger problems or you're dealing with consensus.
I think it's going to be different though. I think it's not going to be connected like that. I think it's going to be different. It's going to be exactly what we're already experiencing right now. They're just going to make the link a lot quicker. There's a bandwidth problem between our technology and our brain.
Right.
So like you have to, like you said, you have to type in or hold it up to what they're saying
through our eyes and our senses.
Before you get that information back to you, you have to like output it, and it's slow. That's slow.
Yeah.
So what they're gonna do is they're going to speed that up by that's the whole neural thing is directly to the brain. You're gonna have AI fucking right there. So as soon as you literally think about it, the answer comes back to you.
Yes.
Now, not instead of like, oh, I need to type this in, or oh, I need to wait for him to stop talking.
See, the thing is,
you know what I mean? Like that's gonna be the next move. They
still don't know how fucking brains actually fucking.
We know exactly.
Work,
we just don't know how to create it. We don't know how to create a brain.
No, they don't know exactly. They don't know where memories come from.
No. We don't have to worry about none of that. We don't have to worry about memories. We don't have to worry about none of that.
We don't have to worry about that?
Yeah, because they can already download your memories. That's already a thing. They can already download your memories, bro. Like, that's already a thing. So you don't have to worry about that. They already know exactly how to
download. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right, so
I
can't really speak too much on, but my dad told me this.
Thing?
My dad told me this shit like 4 or 5 years ago, bro. Like they literally hook your fucking shit up, and you literally
where there's an image of.
There's no fucking image. It's literally
so
just
they can
all.
Download
it's all electronics. It's all ones and zeros, bro. And then as soon as you put them ones and zeros back together, basically, it's that memory. It's whatever the fuck you just remembered. They have it. Right there.
I mean, it makes sense.
And however you remember it is how it's gonna fucking display
Yeah.
When they fucking record it.
Because if we can emulate signals turning on and off,
that was the whole reason we got to quantum physics is because studying the fucking brain and like, oh my god, like how the fuck we can compute on two different fucking, we're used to just ones and twos. Now it's like we can fucking this row of ones, this was two ones or ones.
Oh yeah, like quantum computing and all that.
Quantum computing.
Yeah, for sure.
Quantum physics, quantum computing now, like that's the whole thing because of the brain. You look away from something and something else happens.
Yeah.
If you don't know if that's a real thing, but like if you're not watching something, if you're not physically looking at it, it does different shit.
It's a probability.
It does different shit.
There's a probability of beer cans there. It could be in any of those spaces, but then when you look at it, it locks in, right? Like, that's the double slit experiment. That's
the double slit where they fucking send one fucking neuron through it, and if you're not looking at it, it's fucking bouncing or fucking like going both ways. Actually, when you don't look at it, it goes through both fucking splits. When you're looking at it, it goes through a split. So like it does two different things when you're looking at it and when you're not.
There's another experiment that goes past that now. Have you heard about the one where they have two double slit experiments? And they have it on a track.
That loop?
Okay.
The hyperloop?
No. I don't know what it's called. But it's like you have two different double slit experiments happening. One almost immediately after the other. And the way that it works is that this one is random. Okay?
Okay.
This side's random. And you don't know what it's going to flip to at any given time. But then this one, it'll lock in. It'll either be a particle or a wave. Right?
Yep.
And so this one hits first. And it will match whatever this randomly hits every single time. So it's like it knows the future, okay? So if the reality that we're in knows what the future is, right, then is there any, like, free will, right? Like, is there, like...
No, because you can always change that. And it's always going to know what it is.
Yeah, right? So
whatever
maybe there
you write,
right?
Whatever you write...
Yeah.
Because you are the writer. You are the writer.
Yeah.
I can send myself to prison right now easiest. That's probably easiest thing I can create in life. The hardest thing is becoming Elon Musk. Okay? Like, you know what I mean? It's a level of which you can and can't create, but you're a creator here.
Right.
Now, the person that, or the thing that knows the future is always going to know that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the fuck you do. You can change tomorrow. And
whatever timeline you're moving on.
It's always gonna know.
So then is there multiple timelines?
Fuck, right? Man, it's gotta be an infinity amount.
Right.
It's gotta be an infinity amount.
I've always thought that, like, and to a simpler extent, that if there's a possibility for a type of a person to exist or a type of person to experience all the things that they do, like, that person will exist. You know what I mean? And so, like, that's kind of what differentiates a lot of us. Like, if somebody else is experiencing something, we can't do that now because they already did it or something, like we're living this life.
Right.
And we've had, all the experiences I've had don't line up to that direction where they are.
Exactly.
Because even if I try to do what they're doing, like it won't line up.
Nope.
Because like where they're coming from is not where I'm coming from.
Exactly. It's a whole different fucking trail.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody has to be an original thing. And if there's multiple timelines, then you have this like universe, like what the universe would be then is just like bubbles and bubbles of bubbles of like every possible action that can happen within the strains of our physics, basically. And maybe past that. We don't even know yet.
The strains of its physics.
Right. Right.
Because we literally only know.
That together? What creates those rules? What creates the rules of the physics of this society?
And then
what makes it, not society, but
even deeper, man. Like I look at like even like sometimes I'll be like space and stars and all that, and it's like that could be just like little matter and like
just grab it right there. No,
like
you don't have to get up, but that's fine either
like
way.
This?
Yeah.
We could be in an electron.
We need to get a little
yeah, circulation.
That scale could be so big that we could be in what we know as an electron or a proton, or you know what I mean, like smaller than an atom. Like we could be in that. Our whole galaxy could be in an atom of whatever the fuck that thing is.
Have you ever heard of the one electron theory before? Where they say that like there's only one electron that actually exists in the entire universe, and it's just fluctuating through all matter.
Damn.
Right.
Damn.
Right. Like, we don't know that that's not true.
No, I can't.
Like,
fucking test
I can't prove it, but it's a great idea, you know?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Should be crazy.
I mean,
I'd be thinking we're in something walking around.
But none of that's
some other.
But none of that's
something.
like.
You know, I mean, we could be in something living, walking.
And
around.
we are. Like we're inside this thing walking around right now, whatever that is.
The world, like the galaxy, the whole space we see.
Yeah, like
could be inside of because it's dark out there.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure it'd be dark as shit in my body.
So
like,
yeah, right.
And like one little fucking atom
like
in
we're on this fingertip of some fucking
right.
You know what I mean? Like
but
this is a skin cell.
Yeah.
That we're living in.
Yeah.
Regardless of any simulation theory or any kind of theory at all, though, right? There's still like this sense of like meaning and purpose in our lives that are completely devoid of everything that we just said, right? Like regardless of any of that, like we're also right here, like experiencing things, you know, like real, like tangible shit that's going down, you know, and in a massive scale, there's just like billions of people that we have to deal with, you know, like,
9 billion,
right? Yeah, getting close to it, and it's like
9 billion and growing,
right. We're trying to find our meaning, like
Court wants to sit at the bar.
No.
Court, you want to take my spot?
No,
I might take a break. You guys keep going.
I just want ice.
Go get the ice. I know, the lights are bright.
Be on this camera. I don't want. It's in the volcano, dude.
No, the volcano. Yeah, there you go.
I had to look.
I guess it doesn't matter unless you know already.
Well, you don't see it. Is that good?
Is it full to the top?
I mean, is that the top?
I also need the vodka.
Pass it on over.
Bucket of vodka. Talpino la vodka. Let's see what.
I think I'm gonna hit up Heidelberg's and just buy a case. Just gonna buy a case of Tito's handles.
Yeah.
Okay, good idea.
No.
Probably save, a good $20 or something. You know, 100, do you think?
Yeah.
Save some fucking money. You gotta just come grab it. I'm not getting up. It's a lot of walking.
Camera right there. Not trying to be on that. Thank you. Nope.
Cheers. Is this a yellow one?
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah. You guys keep it going for me here?
No,
we
not
did
really. Just took care of Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney needed more shit.
That's okay.
Vodka.
No worries. Man, we've been going for
hour and 12 minutes.
Yeah, that could be right.
Well, the volume was going longer.
We're going 76 minutes now, according to that, because that thing it stops at an hour and 23 minutes, and then it flips over to another video.
Okay.
Yeah, does it automatic like.
Nice.
I found.
All right.
Automatic. I don't know. You guys want to keep going with this, or I don't know.
I don't care. Sure.
Okay.
Right on. I'm down. I mean, so picking up where we left off, right?
I mean, we're talking about fucking.
Where
it was getting real deep there for a minute.
Yeah, fucking Neuralinks and fucking
then we
went to neutrons and.
I don't know. If everybody just ate mushrooms, then.
Yeah. Yeah. And if everyone ate mushrooms on the Neuralink at the same time.
On the Neuralink.
Exactly.
No, see, god damn it. I don't want that Neuralink.
You don't get it. You don't get it because you're already.
I get it.
No. I'm saying you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it because
you're from the future.
It's not. It's gonna get forced on you. It's gonna get forced on you. The new cell phone. You're gonna be like the flip phone when they go to Neuralink.
What if we're all from the future, and we came back here because we didn't like the future and we wanted to be like primates again, you know? But we didn't want to be two primates, so we came here at this like crossing point.
Right where we started to fucking...
Yeah, right beforehand, like right when it got good. This is when the most people arrived, right?
I feel like if I was from the future, I would have went back to like,
man.
Well,
I don't
not
know.
me personally.
I don't know. Yeah.
Me
like,
personally,
win.
me being the fucking skin tone and shit that I am. There's a time that I want to go back to, but I don't want to go back as me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Fucking rough.
That's deep. Yeah, for sure.
So,
I get it. I mean, like, it's been fucked.
There's a time I want to go back to, but
yeah.
I just don't want to be me. I want to be one of you.
Yuval Harari, the guy that wrote that *Sapiens* book, he always says, like, people ask him a bunch, like, oh, well, because he writes about, the history of humankind and shit like that.
Right.
And he always says that if he could choose a place to just be reborn, a place in a time in history, whatever,
right,
as an infant, he would love to just be reborn during hunter-gatherer times.
Yeah.
Because in his opinion, because there's no way that we can actually know, but from like his, whatever research on fucking shit or whatever, just things seem to be a lot more leisurely.
Well, fuck research. I mean, it's just like the most human you can be.
Mine would be 100 years from now. Literally, like I would come to like the 1900s, around there. 1900s. Like
that was
when
cool,
we started fucking
went from horses
we went from fucking horses and like wooden fucking shit to metal and fucking and that
entire
trains and that whole fucking.
It's such an insane.
How much shit happened there, dude? Like how much potential, how much you could literally do, and like how easy it was to like gather things and like make things your fucking self. Like that's the biggest thing too. Is, like,
everything was mechanical,
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, oh
nothing
my God,
was digital. Nothing was But it was also like you had smallpox, you still had polio.
Yeah, you had a lot of fucking shit. And then you had the Great Depression and all that.
World War I,
World War II. All that. I mean, there's a lot of bad to come with it too.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I was coming from the future,
right.
I'm like, hey, we don't need to do this, motherfucker. I'm telling you, I seen it.
Yeah.
When we bring some posters back, I'll fucking show you, bro. Or I'll tell them key shit. I would be like, I would tell them key fucking things that they'll be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, where's my
smartphone at right now? Right? Like, what the fuck is a smartphone? We don't even know. Like, are you talking about Alexander Graham Bell?
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be fucking great.
A little bit past that, man.
That'd be great.
It's different.
And if we were on the same, like, if we went back and we were literally on the same fucking timeline, same shit that happened, because you could go back and be like, oh well, shit, we done fucking hopped to a whole nother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if we could go back to that, I'd be like, I know exactly who to go fucking get on I know exactly who to get on a horse and go find.
Right.
You know what I mean? And go link up with. I know exactly.
Mark Twain, where you at, bro? Like, I'm gonna write you a letter and shit. And like send it in 5 months from now.
You can go back and find Nikola and Tesla.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Edison is gonna fuck
you over, dude. Listen,
do not
your idea is gonna take over the fucking world. Don't let none of these motherfuckers. There's gonna be a dude coming to you named JP fucking Morgan. He's gonna try and fucking sell you on the shit.
Exactly.
Don't tell key shit.
Don't be a crazy fuck in front of the New York Times and tell them you can just blow up buildings and bridges with this little device that you invented, because that scares the shit out of everybody.
Right.
And for 100 years, everyone hates you now. So
Edison's gonna electrocute elephants, and they're gonna
no
love
one's
him.
gonna care. No one's
him.
gonna care about that shit, because you're the supervillain in this story, dude. Like, pull it back.
I'm gonna turn you to
pull
Batman.
it back. Like.
You're so great.
Don't castrate yourself and only work on electrical instruments for your whole life.
Fucking walk up to Tom Edison.
So they say. I don't know if that's really true. That's the legend. That's. I don't know. It could be.
Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious.
I mean, I respect Tesla a lot, but like,
he castrate himself. That's just nonsense that they said because they didn't like him.
Yeah, it could be, but he was pretty focused. Like, when I get focused on shit, like, when a relationship of mine breaks up, I feel like I failed everything that I did up to that point. And then I changed gears, and now I'm doing something different. If I didn't have to worry about that part of myself, I would be way farther in a lot of different endeavors, I feel like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I would continue. Instead of just, like, everything I'm doing at that point in my life, I don't do anymore. Because it reminds me of an old time.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense because the main driving point of my life since puberty has been women.
Yeah.
So.
Right? Yeah. I read a poem yesterday. It was called, like, The Saddest Man on Earth. But, like, one of the lines that caught my attention was, like, this guy, like, chased women his whole life and could never find him. But he didn't realize that life is a woman. And I was like, fuck, alright. Like, I've been thinking about that for a couple days now.
I don't know.
You don't think so? You don't think that life... Yeah, alright.
I mean, maybe for some people, but I mean...
I mean, it sounds pretty accurate.
No, I don't know.
I think it's dead on.
Sure,
man.
yeah.
I think it's dead on.
I mean...
life is a fucking
what,
woman.
like, the way that it... I mean, just, like, the way that life acts, you know? Like, is exactly that.
I feel like we're getting into troubled fucking waters here. I'm gonna step the fuck back from it.
I ain't talking about next subject, please.
I thought it was a compliment.
Somebody said temperamental.
I love at the end of the poem he said he was a Mozart of silence. Like, he was like he met the saddest person in the world, and he was at a bar. And his, like, you know, child didn't recognize his face, and he was like, went south to restart his life, and he was cheersing the mirror, you know, and he said he was a Mozart of silence. I was like, fuck, that hurts deep, man. Like, I don't know, that just caught my attention. The whole ball of wax of that poem.
Yeah.
I just picked it up, a random book, you know, picked it up and just read that one. There.
Yeah,
nice.
Like, that's the knowledge that you need to hear at the time.
Yeah, for like some reason.
That when you just randomly open and, like, read something, it was meant for you to read.
Right, yeah.
You want a beer, maybe?
Yeah, okay.
Would you rather a Coors or a PBR?
That's a good question.
It's up to you.
I gotta go get
Take
more.
your pick.
Man. Actually, I think I haven't been drinking a whole lot lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Appreciate you. Hell yeah, cheers.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'll drink like a half a beer here and there, you know, like, and I just don't drink, you know.
I've slowed down a lot. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I haven't really drank that much, but then when I first got here, obviously motherfuckers are drinking every goddamn night, and I'm like, trying to fucking hang with them. I'm like, this is not working. I can't do this. Sorry.
It's its own thing, man.
Yeah, and I still light too. Like, they fucking be drinking liquor. I'm like, I can't do that. I'll just drink, you know.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
get about 6 and I feel sick.
Yeah, exactly.
3's my, like, hell yeah, that's good.
Right. Yeah, that's a good cutoff point, especially if you have the willpower to do so.
Exactly. Because like last night, I didn't finish one. You know.
And it's you can hang on to your willpower a lot more with a light beer too.
Yes.
Like I drank an IPA at my buddy's house in Cleveland a couple nights ago, last weekend.
Yeah, for
and
me,
like one
and done.
Yeah, I was like,
done.
Yeah, but then I just wanted more. You know, I wanted all the rest of that six pack immediately. You know, I was like, where are all of the rest of them? Here is a jar of moonshine. You know, and I took a sip of moonshine just because I was like, I just want more. I was just like, boom, like back. I was back.
Damn.
You know.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It just catches you. Like that. But I mean, playing music everywhere, you're always around people drinking, and they'll buy you shit, and then you're drinking, and then you're like, okay, well,
it comes with the territory.
People drinking, you're at a bar, you got music, whatever, you know.
It's more like a social thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like.
But then last year I got drunk 3 times, you know.
Damn.
Because I wasn't playing music anywhere.
Right.
You know, just wasn't out anywhere with people.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, I'm at the house. I guess I'm going to do shit. I'm going to get shit done, you know?
Right,
I know if I drink, I'm not going to do it a lot, you know? And I know if I drink, I don't trust myself to do shit, like, with integrity or with, like, focus or, I don't know.
Actually be what you want it to be.
It never turns out good. It just never turns out.
Yeah.
Like, I'll come back to it and I'll be like, yep, that sucks. Trash.
Yeah,
you're
not in full control of it.
And so if I'm just making trash shit, like, why do anything? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody knows themselves, though. You know, like I know
now. Hopefully,
yeah.
I mean, it took a long time for me to learn myself.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's just the hardest person to figure out because you can see everybody else fucking up and be like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Where you at? Where you at? It's like, but then you're
super
still,
easy to fucking.
Yeah.
But looking inside yourself, it takes a minute to like actually figure out who you are and what the fuck your flaws are and what the hell you're about.
Just note it's like watching a body of water for a given amount of time, and just being like, it looks random when I'm watching it.
Yeah.
You watch it long enough though, you're like,
it's funny because it was like a progression with me because like I always remember like when I was younger, like I always like had a sense and like knew who I wanted to be and like what I wanted to do. Yeah. But like it wasn't a driving factor in my life. Like it was always so many other distractions of like, oh, I know I want to do this. I know I want to do this. But this looks fucking fun. Let's go do this.
Yeah.
Or, oh, that looks fucking fun. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Like I just kept getting pulled in like different directions and like, you know, not being focused. And then literally the older I got was like, dude, like.
But I also think the tangents are kind of like the main part too. You know, like it's if you don't have that time to like kind of go in those directions, you don't really know what the thing is that you're focusing is on. You know,
right,
like without
nothing to base it off of. Or no bases. Like,
like if you have zero experiences, you can't do the thing. You know, and know what it is. I think it's just because the patterns replay in everything, you know. So the same pattern, like if I'm going off and getting drunk and partying and whatever, there's a pattern to that I can relate to other things.
Right.
It's like it's not lost time. If you look at it, you know.
Yeah.
And you're just like
you take what you want, what you need to take.
And it's not lost time anyway, because it's still an experience.
None of it's lost time.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. Yeah. Exactly.
Definitely.
Except for
I had a lot of experiences.
What is lost? Like you just don't remember it at all?
Yeah, when it's just like you wake up,
like,
maybe the next day
I was just
or
at
2
this
days
party.
later, and you're like,
I
kind of look at it backwards though because now that I'm getting all old,
2 days.
Yeah.
Shit.
Now you're getting all old. Now I'm getting all old and like fucking like decrepit and shit, and I'm like, man, you know what? I kind of did do it backwards. I partied my ass off from fucking like, 17 to fucking 25.
Right.
Like, straight partied my ass off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a great time.
We were there, man. Yeah.
That was the, you know what I mean? Like, that was the time I should have been busting my ass. To like literally now never have to fucking work and like be partying my ass off for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
While I don't have to get decrepit and fuck my body up. I should have did it while I was young.
Yeah, that's
Looking
true.
back on it, hindsight, like I'd rather have the fun afterwards.
Because then like your body's like, oh fuck, I better
fighting
drink a beer. yeah. Like I might as well just go with the body and drink a beer, and then I'm just good again. You know, like fuck yes, smooth sailing from here.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. It's like, fuck.
I don't know. I enjoy it.
Yeah, but your body can take it better when you're younger too.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's like
there.
For sure.
That's true.
Like
I feel it's good to experiment and like do all that type of shit.
Yeah.
When you're young.
That is true too.
Because, you have time on your side.
Yeah, that's true. Because then you can course correction. You know.
Exactly.
Because especially like if you start doing drugs when you're 50.
Yeah.
And you're just like go
ain't no
way
course
into
correction,
it.
baby.
Yeah, you're just like
you're the next 30 years. You're doing drugs.
Yeah. If you make it 30 years.
Yeah.
If you make it 30 more years.
You just go straight to the dirt.
I thought I was so healthy, but now I've had 3 fucking heart attacks.
Yeah.
Dick. Dirt, man. It's like straight up, man. Like you're done. Dunskies. Like,
for real.
No coming back from that shit.
That's true. That's true. For sure.
You know, it's probably a good time too. I don't know. I mean,
I mean, that's a hell of a way to go out, bro.
There might not be any free will. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
some people do that, you know.
Yeah,
go for it.
So what's the blue? Light?
I have no idea.
No, it's more like
no one fucking knows the colors, period. I swear. You're not the only one that said this. Not you. I'm not talking about you.
These are more like reds.
I've asked this.
I bought this back in October, bro.
I've asked this so many times, dude.
Literally
every single
They've been in the freezer mostly.
Nice.
Okay? So,
I don't fucking care anymore. I smoke a stale cigarette.
Yeah, because I gave my pack to Courtney when I got home because I was in Norwalk for the weekend. Yeah. And I wanted a fucking cigarette so bad I bought a whole pack. But I was like, I'm gonna buy the pack that you know
Yeah, for sure.
I smoked 2 of them. And I got back here and I was like, Courtney, here's a pack of cigarettes.
Before, like, I don't know. I smoke cigarettes way more than I fucking desire to nowadays, but
I don't really. I have to be drinking.
That was the first one I smoked.
I have to be drinking. Like I literally have to be drinking or like chilling. I can't do it during the day. I can't fucking wake up to a cigarette. Motherfuckers that wake up and do that shit.
I've been reading this book called 48 Laws of Power recently.
I got it.
You got that book?
I have that.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably halfway through that.
Yeah, Robert Greene. I just been listening to audiobook.
Same.
Right on.
I have like fucking 15 audiobooks.
Nice. Yeah. It was just
that's a good one. 48 Ways of Power. I love that fucking.
But I was thinking about it. I was listening to that today, and they were talking about like how to like overcome your emotions is like half the game, kind of, in order to like even start. And like if you don't have that under control, you can't even start really. And I think I thought about that on the way here about like just cigarettes, and like I'm like, man, if I smoke a cigarette, I can fucking kind of zone in and focus a little bit better, and I can kind of like push some of my bullshit aside. I don't know what that is,
it gives
or if
you a little
happens.
Fucking,
it
gives you a little chemical that like releases like fucking dopamine maybe or something.
Drugs in general, man. Like I notice that with coffee a lot too, man. Like I'll wake up and I'll be in a shitty mood all day, like questioning everything in my life, and then I'll start drinking coffee, and just everything is opposite world now.
Nice.
I'm just like have tons of energy, and I'm just like, okay, here we go. We're gonna do all of these things. I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna like write that thing. And it's like it all happens.
You can do it. You can do it deeper. You can do it deeper too, because like once you get past like I need something that like you notice something helped you change that.
Yeah.
Now, if you meditation,
and
fucking focus,
and those are harder.
You can change those thought patterns.
Yes.
With your own thoughts in mind, overpowering them. But
it's
like
more difficult.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not like something that you just ingest in your body and then poof.
Like little magic.
Like coffee and cigarettes and fucking weed and heroin and what I mean.
Whatever
all this shit.
It is.
Yes,
you're doing it for the same reasons.
Exactly. You can still do it because I fight with that now, and like as an adult I could do that. Like that's the biggest thing that made me change that part and have more control of my mind was the snapping part, like the fighting and the anger, like snapping on people. Yeah. That's the part that like helped me like be able to change anything in my mind.
Okay.
Because like from when I was like 9 years old to like 13, 14, like before I moved to Norwalk to the maybe like 8th, 9th grade, like that whole time of my life was like I was battling with like I couldn't not snap, like I couldn't fucking just punch someone or fucking, you know what I mean? Like my definitely. Anger issues would like it'd take me. I couldn't overcome it. It would just take me there. Yeah. And literally fighting off of that, because like when I moved to Norwalk, what helped me was I had 280 hours of community service left to serve where I was at. Yeah. And they were like, any trouble you get into, we're taking you from your family and you're coming back here and doing this shit. Yeah. Yeah. And so I was scared of losing my family for the first year I was in Norwalk.
Good Lord. Yeah.
And mind you, I'm fucking like racial battles. Right. Like the first full year I was here, and I'm like, I can't fucking like snap and fucking, you know what I mean? And like it took everything in me to like come like bring that monster down and like hold that monster down basically.
Dr.
Like,
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Hold the fucking monster down, dude.
Yeah.
And like
you have to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once the monster's held down,
and then just that
time passes, you move on. So once I kept doing that, the older I got, I was like, oh shit, like it when you just let the time pass, and you're over that mental fucking
trigger
restraint, that mental fucking trigger, like you get over it with time, but you have to be able to
see it and recognize it
and hold that motherfucker as tight as you can, until the time passes. That just worked with me, and then once it worked with that, it was like, oh shit, like
it works with other things.
Yeah. Anything I don't want in my life, I'm like, sorry, don't want it, not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get super fucking
and that's how. And things in the world never stop changing. So it's like you have to either roll with that, or you get caught up in trying to fight against it, Like, and I guess that's a different angle of that.
That's the same shit too, but like
right.
I see exactly the pattern found. Like,
yeah, because if you are able to see inside yourself, see the thing, and be like, no, and then that's a change, And that change is always usually a good thing, because the whole rest of the world's changing at the same time.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I'm going to move here and do this now, or whatever, because this makes more sense.
As long as it's changed to the good. Like, change for the good is always good.
Like, the 50-year-old rich guys start doing tons of drugs. Probably not. It might be a great change, but, like, how did you...
That'd be kind of... weird.
It's
why not?
Counterintuitive.
Yeah,
I feel like it doesn't happen a lot, right?
It's separate.
It doesn't happen.
It's separate.
No,
so now I'm gonna keep this.
I don't know. How the fuck do I know?
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know many 50-year-old rich dudes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this though, because that's a valid fucking point. I'm gonna be like, experiment, do all the fucking crazy shit you can when you're young.
Yeah.
But work as fucking hard as you can also.
Right.
And build as much as you can while you're young
Except
too.
for heroin. Wait till you're 90.
Yeah, don't ever do
90,
heroin.
just go for it.
Chances are by the time you're 90 you'll break a bone anyway, and then they'll give it to you like Oxycontin or morphine or whatever.
You'll experience heroin at that time somehow. Don't worry about
It'll
it.
get there. Yeah.
I'll
you don't even have to go find it. It finds you.
Right.
Hey, I'm 90.
Going down with this vessel, bro.
Yeah.
The pain's gonna keep playing.
Let's see what this is about.
Right. Yeah. I know it's taking so many other people out. Let's see if we can do it for me too.
Jesus, right, man.
Let's see if we can do it for me too.
Right, yeah. Something's got to kill me if I'm 90 years old and I haven't dead yet. Like, what the hell's going on, really? Like, how am I not dead yet?
It's weird because I always think of life in like threes. I think of everything in threes. Like, I'm super big with threes. I don't know if you know. Like,
right on.
Like, I just love three pattern,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
And that's what I always said that, like 30, 60, 90. That's it. That's it. When I'm 60, I'm fucking a third of the way there.
Right.
And when I'm 90. Clock me the fuck out, dude. I don't need. I'm cool. I'm good.
Right. Exactly.
30, 60, 90.
Hell yeah.
I mean, unless somehow we're fucking.
I'm past the 1/3 mark.
Unless somehow at 90 we're still like physically fit.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Because that was a stipulation.
So then it's 120. Like you get.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to make it the 120.
We're just past the quarter way mark right now.
I'm gonna have to make it the 120, dude. And you know what? With our
this day and age,
our technology,
our level of income.
So have you heard of nanobot technology and medical?
Our level of income. 90 is about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it is for sure. Like for me, for sure. But when they get this nanobot fucking technology shit down, and they just fucking put it in your system, and fights anything and everything.
They made this recent co-story to this, right? Is like it's very Star Trek. Like they build they make like a little like electronic or electromagnetic field.
Gotcha.
They can do it inside your body. Like if you have like a tumor, they can like make an electromagnetic field inside that tumor. Okay.
To break it up.
To inject you with the medicine that needs to go there to kill it.
Right.
And then they'll put like little like
robots,
steel in the basically like something that's magnetically attracted to it.
Yep.
And then they'll like make a magnetic field magnet and just pull it along your skin until it hits that field in that tumor, and then it'll like attach itself to it and break that tumor down.
Yeah.
Like fucking Mummy with the scarabs.
Oh. Yeah, I think so. It's been a while.
They're gonna dial that shit all the way into where
that's so Star Trek though.
The end of that technology though is going to be like, here's a shot, and you have these fucking robots in your system, just keeping track of shit. You have an app.
Yeah,
you have an app
definitely.
like, you have this blockage in your fucking right artery.
Yes.
And it'll be like, it'll be broken down in 42 minutes. It's literally gonna be like
biometrics, man. Like apps on your phone that you can like control shit about your body from your phone. Or
I mean, and that's why we still have phone, because the next thing is they're gonna put a phone in your fucking head
and your glasses and like whatever.
Fuck your glasses.
Yeah.
No, there's going to
augmented
be zero
reality in your
there's gonna be zero fucking.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like, because that's the biggest thing is what they talk about is like I said, the lag time.
Right.
They're gonna try and reduce the lag time between getting.
Yeah.
So that's the next step. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to have phones in their head, and they're not
just
going to think about it as Neuralink yet.
Cyborgs.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure. We already are.
There's a lot of cyborgs.
We already are.
Yeah, that's true.
You use
Social
technology
media,
so fucking much.
Social media is hive minds. I mean,
you're on Snapchat, so you use technology so much. We are basically, because that phone is a part of you. That phone is you, y'all. It's a part of you. Yeah. Like, it's just not connected to you, but it is connected to you.
yeah, for sure.
We're already
like
there,
mentally,
dude.
like
we're
even
chemically.
Chemically, we're connected to it.
Oh, for sure. You hear a ding,
yeah.
you literally go for your phone.
Like, yeah, what's going on, and then dopamine or whatever, like you see something you recognize, even like, oh, there's a news story. Oh damn, DMT or DMX died. Fuck, that hurts.
Yep.
That's a real emotion that you just had because your phone just told you a news story about a guy. Yep. You don't even know him, but his music or about him or whatever.
You just made his family super rich though. Those 3 days.
Right.
Because they had 928 times the plays.
Right.
928,000 times. Or 928 times the plays, bro. Like millions.
That what?
3 days.
Honestly though, yeah, we listened to them all fucking.
No, everyone did.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna listen to them that much.
Now it don't matter no more. They got the burial money.
Right?
We good.
That's true. That's true. That's good.
But I'm saying like I'm not like.
It's not like
because
keep going.
As listening to him, I'm like, man, there was a reason I kind of quit listening. Like, I'm not.
What I say when we were listening to him, I was like, I didn't really listen to him. JC did. He was really dark and like.
He went to obscurity. That's why, because like people stopped listening to him.
Yeah.
And then he was only 50 years old when he died.
There's a reason people stopped listening to him also, though.
Right.
I mean,
but no, I don't think people stopped listening because even to the day he died, he was still doing shows.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Well, no, not everybody stopped. Obviously, everybody stopped fucking listening.
Like, the ones that,
But on the whole.
He's,
on the whole. Largely, he fell off the radar.
Exactly.
And like.
He only had his cult following from then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, from then on in.
It's just a cult following.
He's playing small clubs and shit like that and whatever, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard, especially probably in the last year or two. I mean, like, he hasn't been able to play anywhere. He hasn't been able to be in front of people. That, like...
It's fucked up because
that keeps Rolling Stones alive.
About 3 months ago, like 3 months ago, I fucking watched an interview with him.
Okay.
And like literally, he was 50 years old, talking about fucking tours, and he was just talking about like shit. And I learned he disappointed me really badly because, like I said, I always looked at DMX and I'm like, dogs, like DMX, dogs, DMX. It just goes together.
Right.
And they asked him some question about dogs, and he didn't know shit about them.
Oh damn.
Like at all. I was like, whoa, I didn't know it was a fucking like.
Right.
Just I didn't know it was a show the whole time.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Like, damn, I really. Yeah. So that kind of struck me, but yeah, I listened to his whole fucking interview, and it was out of nowhere. That shit was just out of nowhere, and then literally like 2 weeks later, he fucking is dead. And I'm like, oh wow.
What's a real person? Who is a real person? Do we even know ourselves? Do we like we're just putting on a facade half the time just so that we can like get through the day sometimes too, because like I need to like fit into the society, so therefore I have to be like the society in some way. I'm speaking English like right now because like it fits in, like I'm.
Well, it's also the language you speak though.
It's like
right.
I mean, that's the only language I know.
I mean, yeah, right. I'm not trying to be telepathic with you guys right now, I'm not trying to
that make for a really shitty podcast.
That would very much. That would
the three of us sitting around being telepathic. Just...
we gotta hook our neural links to the fucking... so like the words will come out.
Hey, listen, like... I said that like in like 2008.
As hard as I can. Thinking
like
harder than you are.
2004, I remember saying, if I could hook something up to my brain and it just read my, because I was a rapper back then, you know? Like in like 04, like 2000, all the way 04, 05, 06, that whole era, you know? And like 04, I swear to God, I said this, like, to multiple people, everyone. I was like, dude, like, I would be the best rapper in the fucking world if you could just hook something up to my brain and get it out. Because when I try and translate it,
you were a rapper.
Courtney, everybody in Norwalk was a rapper during that time.
I don't know about everybody, but I opened up for like IPC. I had a fucking like actual like we were the Four Kings. Fucking I was the fucking ace. You know, it was me and Joe Gonzalez and two fucking white dudes from Sandusky that were like had hydraulic cars and shit back then. Like they both had different hydraulic cars.
Nice.
Would pick us up at Norwalk High School. In a fucking hydraulic car, and then we go to their fucking house where the studio was and make music and I made fucking like 2-3 albums that fucking whole time with them, and like we went fucking open shows and shit, and like I literally dropped off.
That's what I want to know.
Maybe like
you opened up for IPC?
IPC, dude. Like
wait, ICP.
Insane Clown, but ICP.
Yeah.
IPC was the factory.
Yes.
IPC.
Yeah, industrial powder coat. Yeah, I opened up for industrial powder coating.
Right there on the line.
I couldn't remember. I said I said it backwards, but
I always say it fucking backwards. I think because I remember at the show like we're opening up for
some
these
clowns,
guys, and it was kind of weird at first, but like there was other rappers there too, so I was just like hella confused. I was like, are we at the right venue or like?
I remember
really what we're doing?
I went to a venue once and they're like, "Hey, you here to pick up tickets for Afro Man?" I was like, "Yes." But then they didn't believe me. I was like, "Fuck, come on, man! I need those tickets, bro."
I had a stack of Afro Man tickets.
Once, all right. Once I'm on MySpace, all right. I got the stack.
Yes. Why? Yes, I am. He took the words right out of my mouth, sir. That's exactly why I'm here.
Expected me the whole time.
I'm glad you know my face. Oh, that's great. Fucking selling tickets.
Real
I remember
things,
that
man.
shit.
Real
I remember
things
trying to sell tickets, and that was the whole reason why. This is the whole reason why I quit. Cause like I think of everything. If you just stick with something, you know what I mean, you'll fucking eventually do some.
The pay to play shit was bullshit.
So that's kind of. There was really what made me quit was like, obviously I was selling a bunch of fucking illegal shit. Like, whatever anyone wanted, I'd figure out where to get it and sell it to them.
Right.
So that was, like, my thing. Like, man, I'm making money. And then they're like, hey, why don't you go spend it over here? And I'm like, all right, dude. And they're like, but we'll make some money, though. I'm like, all right. So, go spend it over here. And then we'll go out afterwards and spend more. And then fucking...
This is all incredibly vague.
Super vague.
But I'm not, like, asking.
It would just be like, all right, so like, the venue would be like, all right, so we need to sell 52 tickets fucking to cover, and we'd sell like 20. Yeah. So we have to buy the fucking rest of the fucking tickets just to even play.
About like Peabody's and all that shit.
Yeah, Peabody, fucking
the Agora, maybe,
the fucking the House of Blues, fucking
shit, right?
Yeah, Peabody's the House of Blues, fucking, and then Sandusky we had the Underground and fucking what was the other place we went?
It's so win-win for all these venues to do that too, man. Like it's so much bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
and we'd be like, all right, so I guess we're paying to fucking play music, like
just dick over all the bands, you know? Like that's all they did.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like, I mean, if you can stop playing those places, you know, like, you don't really get paid a lot, but at least you're not paying to play.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's
I'd rather not. I'd rather not make nothing.
No matter what, you're still losing money.
I'd rather not make nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, like, get your name out and, like, people, like, you know, be able to, like, fucking entertain people. Mm. Like, I would rather that. Because you're already gonna spend. You're already gonna spend like on the fucking way there. You're gonna spend fucking while you're there. You know, like you're gonna fucking, you know, you're gonna spend.
Yeah.
So you're losing money. Period.
Yeah. It's gas to get there.
You know,
like the equipment that you bought to like record yourself, and like you're not paying that back.
And it was funny because a lot of the people that when we were fucking doing our thing, a lot of the rappers were playing a CD.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like highlighting it, like saying highlights over the CD.
It is a lot
different
different
today. We were the only fucking band that was
mm-hmm.
like every word was coming from us. There was literally only a beat from the motherfucking track.
Right, yeah. Hell yeah.
And like
that's cool.
It was just a weird thing.
It's so much easier now too. I mean, like you don't have to buy really recording equipment anymore because you have a phone in your pocket and you can just like boom, click TikTok. I'm gonna record myself. Get like 1 million views or some shit, and then all of a sudden you're out there.
Yeah. A lot of people are retarded too because they build up their buzz.
Yeah.
And then because now you can't go to a record label like back in the day. I'm not saying like from experience, but just like all the documentaries that I've watched from all these fucking artists.
Yeah.
Back in the day, a record label would develop an artist.
Yeah.
So they would fucking like even all the way to like give you a sound, give you a look.
Oh yeah. But then you'd be locked into it too.
Pump you through. But no, it's different because now.
Yeah.
They don't do that. They don't fucking develop artists. They only go and look at they go and look at YouTube and they're like, oh, there's 2 million people fucking following you.
Yeah.
Here, we'll sign you.
Exactly.
And then that idiot is like, hell yeah, Interscope wants to sign me.
Right.
When you're dumb as fuck because you already did everything.
Yeah.
You don't even need them.
Nope.
You have 2 million fucking views, bro.
Exactly.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Put your own shit out.
There's nothing they can do except for take money from you at that point.
Exactly.
They're
not developing artists anymore.
No.
They're literally just be like, oh, you're hot. Here, we'll take some of your money. And they're like, hell
the barrier to entry is like so much lower than it used to be. Like I don't need a like 20,000 channel mixer board that recorded Michael Jackson to record me.
Yes,
like, fuck off, dude. Like I don't need that shit. You know? I have a box that costs $100.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug a microphone into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna download a free software and then boom, right there. That's like I got my reverb. I got like whatever the fuck I need.
Yep.
It's right there.
Yep.
It's all right there. You know, and it's the barrier to entry, and nobody makes money off of recordings. You put your shit on Spotify, you're not making any money. You put your shit on any of the platforms, you're not making money on your recordings. Unless you have like a vinyl or a tape or a CD or you can somehow charge for a download off of Bandcamp or whatever,
they're getting small money from streaming, but
yeah, I mean, like
it's not
not even enough to pay for the cost to keep it on streaming. Like you have to pay how much money to keep it on Spotify. It's like you're not making that much money back from Spotify compared to what you're paying. You're losing money on that deal.
I never got into that. I was out of the fucking game by the time any of the fucking
it's a distribution. It's digital. It's called digital distribution.
Yep.
And you have to pay these companies to keep your stuff on there yearly. You have to pay yearly.
While they're
dues.
making money on, so they're the new record labels.
Yes. DistroKid, Record Union. There's a bunch of them out there. TuneCore. And then you're like, okay, it costs this much. Yeah. It costs this much.
Like Looney Tunes or
like TUNE.
God damn it.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, everything's changed a lot, in 20 years
Looney
time.
Tunes was TUNE, wasn't it? Wasn't it LOL?
No, it was TOON.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tune.
Yeah, Looney Tunes.
No, yes. I'm aware that but I thought that, I'm gonna Google this.
Yeah, see, we got
Check it out. Check it out.
They're talking about you in a cyborg.
Looney Tunes.
No shit.
TUNE.
It was just the loony that was spelled.
It's the loon. It's a loon.
Yeah, so Bugs Bunny is in charge of fucking...
Mandela effect, man.
Yeah, right. Like about that fucking word was the same.
Yeah, I mean, in that way it's good. I think that's beneficial to musicians in a way because they don't get completely screwed over by record companies, and then most bands end up owing tons of money because they go on tour.
Oh, yeah.
The tour costs this much, but if they're like, well, I mean, we're just borrowing from the record company and whatever, we'll make it big. As long as they make it big, then they don't have to pay that money back. But how often does that happen?
Hey, I know people right now like, I'm doing well. I think my label might owe me a check.
Yeah,
like,
I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Damn, you're in the green, bro. $20 a head. That would be amazing.
Someone that's actually being really smart, though. I know fools like.
Yeah, I mean,
how I'm like, oh, you should save 10% of your income. This motherfucker is saving like 70.
Yeah, right.
And spending 30. But the 30 is still like millions, so.
Right. That's a whole different ballgame.
But you get them people, though. You get them people. It doesn't matter how much the money is. You get them people that make millions and they'll spend 70% of that shit. Or, 99% of that shit.
Because they can. Because they have the money. The money's there to spend, so they do.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like
they're like, oh, well, I'm in that bracket. I can
my
afford
dad
this
told me this.
$1 million house.
My dad told me this a long time ago. If you can't manage fucking a small amount of money, you can't manage a large amount of money. It doesn't matter how much money you have.
Exactly.
It's all about how you manage money.
Yeah.
So
yes,
that's a dead factor. When you're like,
if you can
live millions of dollars. All right, well, let's see how long you how quick you lose it.
It's, like,
it's way easier to lose it than to make it.
Minimalism. You know what I mean? Like, how much do you need?
Living below your means.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it's at. You know, because you work a lot less. Like you're beholden to less people, you know, and then you can just do exactly the world isn't that complicated.
No.
You know, like what do you really need? Yeah.
Right.
What you need doesn't add up to be that much. Your needs should
all be met with a fucking a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
After that is like
after that's just stupid. After that you're just being stupid, you know, which is probably fun. To be stupid.
For sure. I want to be stupid so bad.
Right. That kind of I'm at Seth Rogen's house right now. Cool.
Yeah.
We're like.
That'd be awesome. That'd be fucking awesome.
That kind of stupid. Man. Seth Rogen has that new weed. Those like stackable like little lunch pails of weed. Man, I want one of those so bad.
Oh.
I have to try it. I can't remember. What's that called?
It's something really cool name too. Thrive or Life something Garden or I don't remember.
I can't remember what it's called.
Just look up Seth Rogen's weed.
Right. Yeah.
Goddamn cyborgs.
Yeah. Actually,
I don't need.
You ain't gotta look it up no more.
I don't need to know that information because I know how to find it.
Exactly.
See what I mean? Like.
Oh man, that's a. Who the fuck said that? That's in one of the books I read. Like.
Yeah.
That was going back to like the Carnegies and shit like. That was his biggest thing, Carnegie steel. Yeah. He was like, I didn't know shit about steel.
Right, exactly.
I didn't know shit about steel.
Yeah.
Why are you the most wealthiest person from steel? Because I knew who did. I knew who. Yeah. I knew who was good. Who knew what steel? I knew who knew everything about steel.
Yeah.
I knew who knew everything about fucking this. I knew who knew everything about this.
And all I did was put
them all together.
Yeah. Exactly. You know.
And that was like the biggest thing, like in school too, was like searching, you know, like trying to write a fucking essay and like, you know, like searching for the information was like that's what we're teaching you. This is the thing we're teaching you. It's like just search for the fucking information.
Memorizing things is useless, especially specific things. You know, like memorizing things generally.
It holds up too much dead space in your brain that you don't. You know what I mean, you can use for other shit. That's what Ford said too. He's like,
so my he brain literally has dead space.
Ford had a button on his desk, right? And a fucking like reporter came up and was like, hey, you know, why the fuck don't you know this or why don't you know that? And he's like, you know what? He's like, I have a button right here, and this is Google to us.
Right, exactly.
Back then, you know, I have a button right here on my desk.
That's an intelligent way.
When I push it, a motherfucker comes in. Yeah. That will go fetch me any information that I need. Yeah. On any fucking topic. Okay.
That's why we remember Edison, because he invented the laboratory. Like he invented like a group like that
study type shit.
Yes. He put the people together.
For sure.
Research laboratories, you know, did not exist before Edison invented that.
Right.
That was his main invention.
Right.
You know, it wasn't the light bulb because those motherfuckers did that shit. They did all the experimentation.
Yeah. Right.
You know, Yep. Like, the genius part was like, okay, like, Henry Ford has assembly line, Edison has the research lab. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why they're best friends. Because they're like, with our powers combined. Yeah, I mean, and that's why everything from Pittsburgh to Chicago and Detroit was just like, boom, boom. Like, during that time period. Yeah, exactly. Because you could just build anything. You had the resources right there. And the people who knew how to do it. Yep. And the leading researchers were all there too. Mm-hmm. You know? It's just like, right after World War II, I mean, we had all of... they talk a lot about, like, German...
was that 40s, so 41s, 42s and that?
Yeah. After World War II.
Yeah,
like
45.
40s. Yeah.
Yeah, 45. Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. World War II was like 40.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because, like, before that, I mean, you had Edison and Ford in the early 20s and 30s hitting it big, too. Mm-hmm. And then by the time the war hit, they were just, like, monsters, you know, and they were selling to both sides of the coin. And then, one thing that's interesting, too, as far as, like, research, like, scientists and things like that, is, like, they talk about immigration, like, being, like, a catalyst for innovation in a lot of ways. Like, a lot of the German scientists that, like, came over from Nazi Germany.
The Nazis that we brought over here.
Right, but
the Nazis
large,
that we brought over here.
Including Einstein wasn't a Nazi, though.
No, he was a refugee, but...
Right, that's what I'm saying, though.
But
I mean, like,
NASA's chock full of fucking Nazis.
Okay. I don't know. But they won a lot of Nobel Peace Prizes, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that, like, they discovered a lot of things and rocket technology and otherwise, you know?
Combining of minds and, like, different fucking views of shit, like, different things coming together and, like, create something.
But, I mean, even, like, talking about people coming from, like, India to America becoming, like, doctors or something. That seems to be a large percentage.
Yeah, it's all tech and medical.
Right.
Literally. Indian, they're all fucking... And it's shitty, too, because, like, they're all, like... Nice fucking homes, nice fucking
for
cars, fucking good careers, like...
Yeah.
It's weird you don't see an Indian come here and be like...
Not often.
Lost my job, give me pennies.
Like,
you know, like, I don't see
it's
Indians.
Like, they work harder.
I don't see any poor Indians, bro.
No.
Like, I don't know why.
They work harder in America than they...
Well, because they're not refugees.
No, I mean,
that's true,
I'm not saying that, but I mean, even still, like, they come here, like, a lot of other people come here.
Yeah.
And they'll settle. Like, people just settle. Them motherfuckers come here
and build
on missions, dog.
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
Yeah.
Like, missions.
But I think that's, like, immigration in general.
Yeah.
You know, like, they were saying that, like, if we took down the wall in Mexico, there would be more people leaving the country than there would be, like, coming here, just because they can cross easily.
Right,
you know,
right.
like,
It's
like there's certain things that keep people here too. Like, building a wall not only keeps people out, it keeps people in.
Oh, no bullshit. Like this whole new ID thing.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
After October 2021.
What's the new ID thing? Is it the vaccine thing?
No, it ain't going there yet.
It's a whole fucking...
But there's a required
your ID is attached to your passport.
Right.
Yeah, it's basically a passport now.
Okay.
But it's called a fucking... Damn, I don't lost the word, but like...
world traveling
artifact. No, like not conforming, abide by this rule ID.
Right.
That word for like abide by this rule.
ID.
Fucking with a C.
Fascism. Oh yeah, okay, I remember that.
But conforming ID or it's something with a C, but it's like but anyways, so you have to have this ID or you can't fucking board a plane.
Okay, yeah.
After October 21, you can't board a fucking plane.
Oh shit.
Without this ID.
Damn.
Not leave the country, bro.
Right.
Even board a plane, bro. Like, fly anywhere, move around anywhere.
Yeah.
You need a special ID, bro. We need to know a couple extra things about you to get this ID.
So, open borders.
Okay, right. Yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons. What do you got?
Lay some cons on me.
Cons? Open borders?
Terrorism.
Yeah, right.
a bunch of people, a bunch of poor people.
There's more terrorists in America than
a bunch of poor people
like coming here. Like
a bunch of poor people.
I'm worried about
flooding into a country.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. A bunch of poor people coming into the country.
Mass shootings.
To
God damn.
To I don't know, look for a better. I don't think it's a con because I think we can actually we could. I feel like
help
we
them
had
do
open
that shit
borders. If we had open borders, we could actually
our population
help them there.
Our population would fluctuate, and there'd be more economic activity too. You know, because if you have more people coming in and leaving, you have more tourism. You have more people like that. Like if they're coming in,
with
new,
open borders,
they need more stuff,
you also have to have.
That's gonna up our GDP like crazy.
Yeah.
You also have to have fucking complete. At
Cooperation.
least decriminalization.
Cooperation with fucking all
of drugs.
Right, definitely. Like that's not even. You don't even need to say it. Like that's a standardized thing in a lot of countries now that work because it's a medical. Because drugs are in the medical territory. You know, like we use those drugs for medicine.
Well, I mean,
maybe not crack and cocaine.
Yeah.
But like heroin. And the derivatives of heroin and opiates we use as medicine all the time.
Yeah.
But when you have countries whose fucking complete fucking, economic system has basically been built on fucking cocaine.
Right. That has detrimental effects.
When it's completely illegal, it does.
Yes.
If it wasn't illegal, you wouldn't have had the type of fucking,
Yeah, gang.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't have the gang violence and shit like that.
And
you just have. Instead of cartels, they'd just be a fucking big business.
They'd be a pharmacy. Yeah, exactly.
Well, not a pharmacy, but a big business.
Right. Yeah.
They still would do fucking crazy shit. That was the whole reason why it was deemed fucking.
No, it was already illegal. No, dude.
No, when it first. When Colombia first fucking started, producing...
Yes,
it was legal. Until Pablo and motherfucking people... Nah, it was before Pablo. It was before Pablo, but there was a time that...
It was not legal in the U.S. at that time.
I'm not saying in the U.S.
Well, the U.S. was always the biggest fucking... We were always the biggest importer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and because of that, and because of the U.S. making laws against it, is what created such a fucking boom in business because it became more profitable because people were willing to pay more because it's illegal.
Right. I mean, how detrimental was it? I mean, cocaine you could find in Coca-Cola and other random drugs at the pharmacy at the time period too.
Yeah. It wasn't that detrimental.
It's one of those things where
it was used as a racist fucking tactic to fucking jail fucking colored
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where if abused, it can cause fucking detrimental harm.
Yeah, and that's a health problem.
Yeah, and that's a lot of things. Almost anything you abuse.
That's true. Yeah,
you're gonna fucking can cause detrimental.
Yeah, if I look at a television this close to my face all day, I go blind. You can't do that shit. You can't do shit.
There's a lot of shit.
Yeah,
and that's the kind of thing while I was thinking about medicines too. Is there's a place you need to use everything. You don't bring a fucking lawnmower to fucking blow leaves. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't there's
it's a tool for a job.
Yeah, so if you use that tool for that job, then it works, and you use the amount of the correct doses. You don't bring a fucking tractor in here to mow your lawn either. Yeah, you bring a fucking little push because that's the size of your fucking lawn. Or you get a bigger lawn, you get a little rider. You get a fucking huge lawn, you get a goddamn tractor. You know what I mean? The medicine is the same thing. All right, so we're abusing the fuck out of it. We're bringing a tractor to a fucking small yard. Yeah, you're gonna fucking have issues. It's gonna be a problem. It doesn't line up. It doesn't work for that job.
Partially, I think it's the narrative around drugs is to blame too, because we don't think of it as a tool. We don't think of drugs as like.
Well, what's the one like for ADHD or some shit like
Adderall?
that? People take that shit
exactly.
without it.
Yeah.
So people take it without it.
Yeah, it's
so people take it without it, and it's like, all right, it's gonna cause an effect, it's gonna do something, but it's not what it's supposed to do.
And in our culture, we look at drugs as like, oh, well, we're taking that to fuck ourselves up, you know? Like, that's what we think about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and that's why people are afraid of it, and that's the way people actually do it, partially because that's the story behind it.
Well, also, time the fuck out, because also, there are fucking drugs.
Yeah.
That we have to fuck ourselves. That is why we have them.
Right.
Alcohol is to get drunk.
Right. Well,
alcohol is to catch a buzz. People just get drunk.
Oh, Jesus fucking
People just
Christ.
Get drunk.
Jesus.
If you drink a beer a day or a shot a day.
Yeah, a shot. Like, it was a normal thing in the office, like in work settings, to have a shot before you have a meeting. Like, to open you up in, like, more conversation. But you don't fucking sit there and pound a whole goddamn and get drunk sloshed.
Completely
it's not for
unproductive, you know? Like, you're not going to get anything done in that
exactly.
meeting, you know?
Okay, yes, fine, okay, it's a tool, it's a social lubricant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, fine, but...
And then you can abuse it.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
like everything else.
Like they used to use cocaine, the coca plant, as leaves, you know, and put it in your gum.
Yeah,
and
chew
then
on it.
They would use it as like we use coffee.
Yeah.
You know, and coffee is a really powerful drug, just as powerful as that.
They used to put it in their fucking armor before war.
Really?
Yeah. They'd layer their fucking armor with it and be right against their skin.
Like how Jimi Hendrix used to put
acid on his fucking forehead before a show.
And so they wouldn't fucking, you know.
Nice.
Or you guys know about the Nazis and army, like all taking methamphetamine before they would go out. Like, that's, man.
I mean, those are the ones that were like, those are mostly the ones that were like scared shitless and like were enlisted and didn't want to.
No.
All right, there was a story that I read. Like there was like a lot of fucking. I can't. All right, let me just only talk about this one incident.
Okay.
Like these motherfuckers were like enlisted in, and like it was like a group of these young motherfucking males.
Yeah.
They were enlisted in. They were fucking shit scared, dude, and they were like, fuck, like forced out into the shit, and they were like, it's gonna fucking take a bunch of drugs, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel this shit, you know? They all fucking take drugs and just run out there and go.
That was towards the end of the war when fucking they were just running out of bodies, and they were
they conscripted everybody.
They were conscripting fucking 12-year-olds and shit.
Yeah, like that's fucked up, man. Yeah, and that's. I mean, that it does harken back to what we were talking about earlier, as far as like if you don't have emotional control over yourself, you don't have any real like place to start, right? And you know, in war, I mean, fuck. I mean, if you don't have emotional control over your army, then they're just going to be completely fucked.
Right.
They're not going to be. They're going to be shell shocked before they even go out there. You know, if let you hear gunfire and see the bombs coming in, and just be like, okay, well, I'm not going out in that shit. That's like, I don't want to go out in a tornado. God damn it. Like, I don't want to go out and these bombs dropping and shit. You know, who, like, that's like telling someone to jump off a building and convincing them to do it. You know, like, completely the same thing.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Don't worry.
Well, that's why the fucking Red Army fucking would, like, it's like, if you try to run away, we're going to shoot you.
Right.
So,
right.
And we'll get you.
Right.
If you run into this battle, you might not get got.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I mean war is so fucked up.
And they just had bodies on bodies, though. I mean, fucking, that's a big fucking country, you know.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's super weird that it was like a huge thing like that. And then you go to school the next day and they're like, don't punch Johnny in the face. It's bad. You should talk your problems out.
Right.
Is that what they did? Because they talk no problems out.
But then join the army.
Killing a bunch of people.
Make sure you join the army after
you
just
started killing a bunch of people. They weren't talking shit out, okay? They started talking. Talking didn't go nowhere, okay?
For some reason, there's a switch.
I started talking to Johnny before I punched him in his face. Didn't fucking go anywhere.
Right.
Don't tell me that it's not the right thing to do because I'm watching America do this shit.
Yeah. yeah, right.
Twice now.
Yeah. Pretty much nonstop the entire time we've been alive. You know, like
right.
God damn it.
Oh, you're not listening? Punch in the face, and their punch in the face is killing a bunch of motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah. With the biggest bombs in the entire world. You know, like
Don't fucking come here and tell me I need to talk my problems out.
And they're just making shit up to do it. They're like, well, Johnny, he stole my lunch money, and so that's why. He didn't actually do that.
No. Johnny stole her lunch money.
Right, yeah. So I was just defending her honor.
Not even me. Well, Johnny was over here harassing her. Not even her. We'll say him. Iraq sounds a lot worse.
Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. And so, I mean, they're right next to Afghanistan. So it's pretty much, we're good, right? Like, that's where we're at. It's just, everywhere in that part of the world is pretty much fucked. I don't know. That's just what I think. Because that's what I'm going to tell everybody.
Right.
And I'm
going down this fucking hole?
Only because they had
Saudi Arabia fucking flew planes into our buildings.
Yeah, right.
They did not. They didn't.
Yeah, they did.
I grew up on an air. I was born on 9/11. You talking about 9/11, right?
Oh yeah.
They were all Saudi Arabian. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, now you're.
Am I wrong?
No,
you're not wrong.
No, but listen to me. Those planes, bro. That was not a commercial airplane.
All right, look.
That was not a commercial airplane.
I'm not getting into that right now. I'm just getting.
I was born on an Air Force base. That was not a commercial fucking airplane.
Yes. Vincent, I'm not getting into that right
military.
now. I'm not getting into that right now. I'm getting into the facts that we were told.
Oh, right.
The facts that we were told is that 9 Saudi Arabians did this shit.
Right.
But somehow we're now reinvading Iraq and going to war with Afghanistan.
Right. Because some shit the Saudi Arabians did.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Yeah. That shit was crazy. That should not happen. I feel like they killed Osama bin Laden before that shit even went down. Like, to be fully honest. They figured out something or found something, blah, 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 and, like, murked his ass off, staged that shit, blamed it on him, and then fucking haunted him until they captured him and threw him in the ocean where we couldn't fucking see him. Because they didn't think about the future when they fucking murked his ass. Because they should have kept his body so they could fucking show
maybe.
shit.
Like, maybe. That is a
true maybe.
There is the whole fucking fact that, you know, a lot of the fucking bin Ladens fucking have fucking penthouse apartments in Manhattan and shit.
Right. Yeah, don't believe that shit either. Fuck that shit. They murked that motherfucker.
What, don't believe that they have penthouse apartments in Manhattan?
I mean, not like they're alive and still living in them today. No.
They didn't kill the whole fucking family off.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the rest of the family probably.
All settled down now, or?
His ass is dead.
We're still conspiracy theorizing here.
Yeah, cool. Right on.
Camera's
taken
off,
many,
but I don't know.
Did my phone die?
Yeah, maybe.
It may have. Yeah, it's gone.
Well, see
that's 90% charge. How many hours is that? Whoa, that's 138 minutes. Keeps going 140.